Hi. Good morning,
everybody.
good afternoon, and good evening. How you doing? Hope everyone's all okay and well and enjoying their Saturday evening.
I'm
Sorry,
hearing
that
a
was a bit.
little echo, so wherever it's coming from, if somebody's got it in the background, please cut it down.
Sorry, that was me.
That was
My bad.
you. You did
Yeah,
that.
I forgot. I forgot to.
How dare you?
Love you too.
Love you too.
Hello, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I am your host with the most as each and every single week, Retro Wolf Live, aka Malk, and we got the lovely hostess with the mostess is Trans Gamer Girl. How you doing?
That's me. I'm doing good.
You doing
Man,
good?
this boba tea is freaking amazing. Not even kidding. So good. So, you guys, we have a place here in town that serves various flavors of boba tea with various boba pearls in it. This is a strawberry boba tea with mango burst boba pearls. And oh my fucking God, does it hit different? So good.
So basically, Trans will not speak during the
Nom, nom, nom,
podcast until she finishes that
nom, nom, nom.
the strawberry boba as well. But have you had a good week? That's the main thing, Trans.
I
Had a good
have had a fairly good week. It was busy. I was tired as shit, but I've had a good week.
Oh, class.
It was
Yeah,
hectic this week at my work, so
fair enough. Yeah, mine's getting a little bit better than normal
boba
from the
is
last few
fire,
weeks.
Daddy Senpai. So good. So
Yeah,
fucking good.
absolutely. He's absolutely on fire. He's not only on the chat itself, he's absolutely eager. It took him 2 weeks. That's the record for him to get
I
himself back
know.
into the actual live stream. I know he's been on the comments,
Actually, that was
but
3. It was 3
three.
episodes, which is 4 weeks.
Oh,
Because
sorry,
we had the
3
week
episodes.
off.
Yeah. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean. It feels like 3. It feels like 2, 3 weeks itself. But and I have to try and make sure that he is all good. Let's catch him. Hello, Johnny. Johnny McCain.
We did it again!
Oh,
we
man.
did it again!
I was so close. I was getting ready to move the paddle. No, what's going on?
How you doing? You okay?
Hi, buddy.
Yeah, I'm fine. I was actually able to swallow it this time before you got me. Unlike last time, where I had a mouthful of wine.
Brand dealer, what Sky Guy? What are you talking about? Getting sponsored by this place? I would love to get sponsored by this place. I would eat the shit out of the food that they sell there. It's so good. What up? Shut up, Kel.
we'll
He said
get
he
to
was going
that.
to ask me that next week. He said he did say he
We're
was
going to
going
get to that when we get to the Ask Us Anything section as well. It's good to see you back, the Danny Senpai, as
Of
well.
course. It's nice to be back.
I know. And finally, you've got yourself a proper drink this time.
I mean, I had a proper drink last time. It was still
yeah,
wine.
but this is the proper drink as well.
Oh, it's sake. You can't really go wrong with it, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you can't go wrong.
Sake's
But
amazing.
you owe me a sync mode. To be fair,
I'll think about it.
no,
Say how I'm
there's
feeling
no
after this is all over.
There's no such thing as think about. It's either yes or hell yes. You know this answer. Absolutely.
Reese, what section are you talking about, buddy?
Can we do that section first this time? I'm not sure what you're on about, Reese, but hello
Trying
to
to
you,
figure
mate.
out. Oh, we got to hydrate. Boba
Oh.
tea for the win.
You do know this could go well or this could go badly. Sorry,
So
Tyler.
good.
Feel good.
Ask us anything. I don't know. Reverse
No.
podcast? Nah, not today. Maybe
not-
we'll think it. We'll workshop it.
Yeah, we'll think about it. Don't worry. We got.
Sake's gonna follow from me, says Kel.
Sorry, I get to smell the taste of it in my mustache, though.
That's his expensive sake too. He was telling us before the show. That's your expensive sake, right?
Yeah, this one's apple flavored too, so it's not bad.
I'm jealous, mate.
First time I tried it was at a pretty nice Thai place when I lived in North Carolina.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, found out where I could order it from.
I'll have to go. I have to buy where we can. Try and transfer it to the UK if we can, and try it out. And then I'll be gone by the time I've probably drank a few.
I mean, dude, you're closer to Japan than we are.
Yeah, no, but
imported sake.
Yeah, I know, but you know what I mean, don't you? With the drinking tonight. Hey, you. So basically, what does this reverse button do? Oh, that sounds good. I want some now.
You'll have to look it up, Kels, if you can find it. The reverse button isn't going to do anything right now, Luke. It's for the game. It's when I reverse control.
Yeah, unfortunately. Can you imagine if we did the reverse on the podcasts?
Yeah, I'm the captain now.
I don't know how we would make that happen. How would that happen?
We'll have to start with the Ask Us Anything first, and then back to the.
That doesn't mean do it, Luke. That doesn't mean do it so we can do the Ask Us Anything first.
No, we're not doing that tonight. Sorry.
We will we'll workshop an episode where it mixes things up. Okay, I promise.
Absolutely. Like I said, we've got the legendary, and he's absolutely legendary.
I don't know about all that.
He's absolutely legendary.
You're pretty legendary, buddy. He's right.
And then, so what we're going to do, we're going to do the old way, but this time, we've already done the introduction to the new streamer, because he's not a new streamer. He's an existing streamer now. He's been in the podcast quite a lot of times as well, like in the comments as well. But this is his second time, so we're going to have to ask him the return guests questions for the first time this season as well. So
first time you guys are hearing those.
Yeah, it would be interesting to hear what you guys are thinking about with these questions. So what we do the normal, the news articles of the PC and console like we normally do, and then hopefully that build up to the main discussion topic, and then the interview with the streamer, which the existing legendary streamer, I'm going to call him legendary. I don't care what he is.
He's awesome.
He's awesome.
He's awesome. We've been friends for like weeks now. He's amazing.
He's top notch. That's the word to say, top notch. So yeah, we're going to ask him the return questions, not the questions that he had previously, because we're not going to ask him the same questions. He's going to kill us if we do that. So then we're going to do the Ask Us Anything part. So Reese says, who needs to get their shit sorted today? We do not know yet. We do not know yet. So what I'm going to do is I've spoken to Trance. There's about 4 articles to go through on the first segment, but one of them, she's pestered me so much to do.
I want to do the last article. I want to do it so bad.
She wants to do it so much as well, and then hopefully
I am
later on,
stoked for that last article.
And then after the questions, we'll get a little bit of an update from the GTA RP, because I know these guys want to say a lot of stuff on the GTA.
We've got a lot to update about, you guys. There's a lot that's been happening in the GTA world this week.
Not me.
It's bullshit. It's been a lot for you too. Don't even.
This is what we love about the podcast because it's just not scripted. We just go with the flow, whatever happens as well. And then obviously the ask, and then we're gonna ask us anything. So either ask me, Trance, or the legendary, the Daddy Senpai, as well. So you guys all set, ready to go? Should we do it? Should we
Let's
go
do
for it?
Go
it.
for it.
Let's do this. Okay. Reese's. This seems to be a recurring thing in literally every episode. Yeah, not scripted. It is not scripted.
It's not.
It's
I don't
not.
know. I was
No.
getting yelled at about a script like 2 minutes before they came over here.
Yeah, that's true. To be fair, that's true. So what we're going to talk about is the usual shizzle. It's basically the PC console news, as always, each and every single week. As I said, that we're going to go through 4 articles. 3 of them I'll be doing, and then straight to Trans, which would build up to the last article, and then the main discussion. And then because I already did the questions to the legendary, the Daddy Senpai. Trans will do the questions this week.
This week.
So that will be insane stuff. So, okay, let's do this. So, this is an article that's come through from Yahoo.com.
Yeah, I know. I was surprised it was out there. I was like, what?
Have you not heard the advert? Like, yeah.
No, I was surprised this article was under Yahoo, is what I'm
See,
saying.
I thought Yahoo
shocked
died in
the
like
fuck out of me.
95. I'm surprised they're still around.
Good question.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know, right? Like for a while, I'm like, damn, what happened to him? It's like nobody uses Yahoo anymore, but apparently somebody is.
We don't know how. Well, shall we ask
I don't know
Jeeves?
why.
Should we just ask Jeeves to see if that
No,
would help?
Jeeves is dead too.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
dead.
Oh, rejected.
Jeeves dead.
Absolute rejected. It's so an article from you heard it from Yahoo.com. Newegg changes return policy after sending out faulty open box merchandise. Ooh. Newegg sent out a damaged motherboard to customers and refused them a refund. The company has since updated and changed its policy on open box returns. The customers in question ordered an open box motherboard, then later decided it was not needed, not opening the package. Newegg claimed it was damaged and refused the refund. The motherboard was damaged from the beginning. That's quite interesting. The company sent it off to have it repaired by a repair company, but never followed through with payment, leading the motherboard to be sent back to Newegg and shipped out. So this part will be building up to the article. Newegg took responsibility for the issue and quickly responded to the issue. From the article, in speech marks, we have become aware that a very small number of returns may not have been thoroughly inspected before being routed for returns, liquidations, or e-cycle recycling. E-waste. E-recycle recycling? Never heard that before.
Yeah.
E-waste.
Love it.
E-waste. Yeah, e-waste. E-waste recycling. Yeah, that's a new thing now. E-recycling. That's a double. And we're sincerely resold as open box merchandise. So that was from the statement from Newegg. We sincerely apologise to our customers who are negatively impacted. These were unintentional process errors and isolated incidents. As a result, we have already changed internal procedures to improve how we manage product returns. We're also reaching out to this small number of customers who may have been affected by these errors. So the company will now accept all open box returns with no questions asked.
Yes.
That's quite interesting.
Mm-hmm.
To
Yeah.
be fair. So I'll mention my bit until you guys say your bits first. So whoever wants to start, let them go.
You want to go first or you want me to?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I'll go first.
Go.
It's
go
just,
for it.
I don't know how I really, I don't really trust a lot of bigger companies when it comes to things like that. Changing their policy. It's usually temporarily like a thing that they do just to put themselves in like the good graces of people who buy their products, and then they backpedal on it and they'll go back to the way things were, and then you'll have those people that work for the companies that are always like, oh yeah, we never once did that. Like you're full of it. Like even though you know that the policy shifted. It's like a saving face thing, I think, and I think it'll either work and help them out or it won't. But I think they already burned a lot of bridges because they wouldn't have done anything if those guys hadn't made a big stink about the open box policy to begin with.
That's true.
True.
That's true. How about you, Trance?
So this is relating to open box merchandise, and for those who don't know what open box merchandise is, it's something that was like sent out or refurbished or whatever and sent out repackaged. And it is on them for not checking the merchandise before they ship it out, because they should have verified that the merchandise was not like, wasn't already damaged, which it was. And at first they claimed that the customers did it, but then they looked into it and realized they had sent it off, this piece had been sent off for repair and it was their fault, which I respect Newegg. For those who don't know, I bought all my PC parts from Newegg last year when I got my new PC. And I'm looking at GPUs on there right now. And I didn't have a problem with any of the parts I got. But I respect them for saying, okay, yeah, we fucked up. We're going to fix it. So open box returns are now no questions asked. Don't worry about it. We'll just take them, no questions at all. So yeah, loot boxes IRL. Good point, Bella.
Yeah, class.
But yeah, so I like the fact that they admitted they fucked up. They realized that it was on them, and they said, okay, we'll make the changes now. Who knows? Like you were saying, Daya Senpai, it may be only temporarily. It may be permanent. Who knows? But at least they made a change to try and make it easier, so they didn't actually wind up, having the same problem after the ones that they've already caught and realized were the problems.
Yeah.
So that's my 2 cents.
I mean, I don't know how long it would take, like, to prove that, I had this motherboard, it's damaged. I didn't want it, but I didn't want to take it, but it was damaged. So, but
Yeah.
then it's just like it was taking ages for it, and they were just not going to say no. We don't want to accept it. We don't want to accept it at all. But then it was like, well, for some strange reason, they said, "Oh yeah, we fucked up at this stage." But that's what I mean. It's like, just if you admit your mistake to start off with, you wouldn't have had this shit to start off with. We wouldn't even talked about it.
Yeah.
It's just stupid, absolutely stupid. But at least they settled it. But then imagine if I bought something from Newegg, from one of their parts or like the PC stuff, and I didn't touch it. I'll send it back, say, well, it's damaged, even though I haven't even opened it or touched it. I could just get my refund back, and like, it's just kind of like they just hope they don't cause any havoc with the switcheroo type stuff.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, the people that got it, they didn't even open the box as it came. And so they sent it right back and said, okay, we don't need this. We're just going to send it right back. We haven't even opened it anyway. And then when it got back to Newegg, they realized it was damaged. So
but they should also realize that the box wasn't opened at all, right? Because like it's apparent to see when something, you would see the layers of tape, right? Because if they would have peeled the tape off, part of the box or the packaging would have went with the tape. It always does.
Yeah.
Or you would have seen that it wasn't cut into. And I mean, it's not that hard to separate 2 pieces of tape. It's not like it's rocket science. You just they didn't want to give them the money back.
Mate, we're in real life scenario. People don't understand that there's double tape or triple tape or closed itself. It's just insane.
That's what I look for in every box: double and triple taped.
Well, you know what I mean.
But I mean, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, and they knew it was broken. You'd be able to tell because they would have had to open the box to see if it was broken anyway, right? So, I mean, you would have been able to tell as you cut into the box that there'd be multiple layers of whatever there.
Yeah, unless they get one of those little rats or something just to chew on the corners and just open up like, oh no, yeah.
There he is. I was waiting for it. Yep, there it is.
We were waiting for you. We knew you were coming, buddy.
So it took him 20 minutes, nearly 20 minutes, to get that comment up. Hello, Vanilla. How you doing? Hope you're going well. But yeah, I think it's just stupid. They just don't think it, and they probably just don't realise it, and then they just fucked up. At least they admit their mistake, which is understandable.
What they need to do, what they should. Now we're talking about the open box stink that happened with Newegg, by the way, Vanilla, as you're coming in. What they needed to have done, really, ultimately, realistically, what they should have done is they should have, changed their policy for the returns, as well as made sure that people were inspecting the pieces that are going out now too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but that's the lack right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, exhausting week with snowy commutes on the bus, but I'm glad it's the weekend. We're getting snowed this weekend. We're not. I don't think it's gonna stick or anything, but we're getting it. It's already sleeting and freezing rain.
I'm the one freak who loves the snow, and I'll never complain
love
about
snow,
getting more
too.
snow.
I love snow.
No, we could get blizzarded, and I'd be all right with it. 100%. I wouldn't care.
As
It's
long
just
as
an
you have
extra
your
fridge.
internet, right?
Probably. I mean, Wi-Fi, right?
Wow.
Well,
Shit.
we do get snow, but it's just very rare occasions at the UK. So unfortunately, we're sorry for you guys, but there's not much snow around the UK. There's much rain and sun, but mainly rain in the UK. To be fair,
Listen,
Noah,
never know.
warm me up, then, Frosty.
Give me a time and a place.
Now I'm out speechless. I love it.
I can't stop repeating. I cannot stop repeating.
That was going to be my question, actually. I mean, Reese brought it up. Does it really rain there as much as, like, media likes to tell you?
When we get sometimes when we get the sun itself, we do get majority of the time with the rain itself, but it's just very rare. But when the summer comes, I mean, it's very rare when we have like the proper hot, like warm weather. It's
Okay.
like boiling hot type stuff.
Now, how hot is boiling hot?
Uh,
Oh, you're about to hit me with Celsius, and I'm not going to know the conversion. Never mind. Like, it's
yeah,
going to go way
that's
over
good.
my head.
Yeah,
It's going to go way over my head.
yeah. I'll tell you what. Do you want me to do the conversion for you, mate?
I mean,
That'll
if you
be
want
fun.
to.
All right, just wait a sec. Wait a sec. Now, for us UK, anything over 30 is hot. That's it for that. That's how I think of it. Anyway, I might be
Okay.
wrong. The guys in the UK, if they're there, they'll probably say differently. But I'll see it and stuff. So,
Once it hits like 65 degrees, I'm uncomfortable. It's bad. I'll never get cold, but I'll overheat real early.
So, about 86 Fahrenheit.
Oh, that's gross.
That was like
That is not
that's
fun.
that's like a proper hot day. But we always get moaned at when it's like about 68 Fahrenheit, that type of stuff. It's just like, oh, it's too hot, it's too warm. But then
Oh,
that's
damn,
like
Luke.
boiling.
Oh, that's gross.
Luke
No,
says, now keep in mind, European houses generally are made to contain heat and usually have no AC, so it's kind of amplified. Dude.
I don't know how you do it, mate.
Could you
to be
guys
fair.
just like go out and pop a hydrant, like like in the streets of New York 25 years ago, and just
Should.
hang out in the road?
Totally.
Yeah, just go pop a hydrant.
That'd be amazing.
I mean, I don't know
Love
what's in
it.
the water in UK, whatever the hell's gonna splash on you, but it's got to be better than what's in the water here.
It's gotta be.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna mute for a minute, guys. I'll be back.
Okay. So while Travis is sorting herself out, but basically, like with the weather itself, I mean, we're going from we went from the policy of open box to weather conditions now, so that's great. To be fair, but yeah,
Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
That's what we do. To be fair, but from their perspective, they should have sorted that out at the start, and they should have been at their very, very best. But
Yep,
it's stupid. As the Daily Senpai said, they should know this. That it was double taped or triple taped, as I always say.
Yeah.
To be fair, but wrapped up, and you're like, why didn't they check that out? To be fair,
It's-
yeah, they should have got their shit sorted. Absolutely, Riz.
Oh, Thorn Crystal just subscribed again. Oh my gosh, thank you. Thorn Crystal, I'm so glad to see you, buddy. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in forever. All the love to you, man. Thank you.
Are we
I
gonna have?
thought you wouldn't be here for the podcast. Yay.
I wonder if we get another hype train going at this time.
Yeah, hype train. Hype
We
train.
hope so.
Do it.
The Daily Senpai saying, yes, let's get the drinking sorted and then get the subscriptions sorted now.
Listen, I'm gonna start drinking now, and I won't stop until like 2 a.m. So we'll see how that goes.
Mm.
8 hours.
We'll see how that goes in the city later.
Listen, if I'm not coherent, you'll completely understand why. That's all I'm saying.
I will, at least. This is true.
Olivia will be like, you alright? Huh? You alright? Huh?
No, not at all.
Where are you? In the city?
Side note here. Side note. Since Xander and Olivia spend so much time in city, sometimes we'll do emails, which is like Discord and character conversations. And there's been a few nights where Xander has told Olivia that he went out drinking with the boys. He's really drunk right now.
And I am not okay. I'll be 100% honest.
Oh,
He's like, I might be a little bit drunk right now, but just know.
we will find out
Listen,
in the
that's
podcast.
exactly what
Hilarious.
happens.
It's
I
hilarious.
want to hear more of this actually when we get to the side notes of the GTA RP. That'll be fantastic as
It's
well.
not my proudest moment sometimes.
Yeah. No, mate, you are a legend and always will be a legend. So your reputation will not go down.
Good
where that
point,
happens.
Reese. Who doesn't love a good drink with the boys? Totally, 100%.
That's true. Cal says, "Lol, I want to drink too, but I doubt my coworkers will appreciate me getting drunk at work." That would be epic. That would be absolutely epic. Bella says, "Full crossed out on the Bish Bosh Bosh bingo. Going off topic, horny chat, GTA RP mentioned, and some company being shitty and need to get their shit sorted."
There you go. We really need to make a bingo card for this shit for real.
Yeah,
So we hit it in like the first half hour, right? So it's not even like it took that long.
just do it. Yeah, Reese. Yeah, Cal, just do it. That would be epic. That would be.
Oh my
absolutely-
god! Holy shit! You!
Yeah, it's me.
You guys!
Hello. You okay? How you doing?
You
I'm
guys! You won't believe what he just did. 5
It's all
crossed out
one-handed.
subs gifted once again. What was that? 25 gifts? Was that 25?
I think so.
25 gifted subs for the channel, guys. 25 gifted subs with the channel.
I did it without
That's
saying anything. Yeah, I just kind of
crazy.
like looked down to my phone real quick.
Crazy. What the fuck? Yes. Thank you so much.
Fine.
Thanks, buddy.
I tell you
Thorncrest goes,
what.
"What's drinking with the boys?" And Vanilla's like, "Holy shit." Reese goes, "What the fuck just happened?"
It goes berserk. It goes berserk. Oh, vanilla.
Vanilla's all about that now.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what to say now.
I'm all about it. Oh, so cool.
Fair play.
Hype
it-
train, guys. Hype train. Let's get it. Let's go.
Oh,
Luke says, "Is this a plot to give us the power to hydrate even though of alcohol poisoning when the time comes?"
I mean, you know,
I mean,
if the shoe
yes,
fits.
yeah. If
I mean, I'm sitting at I think like what almost 7,000 right now. So like I'll just sit here and do it to myself if I have to. Nobody else is gonna do it.
It's a cooldown. I haven't taken the cooldown down. It's still there. You still have to wait the
Yeah.
cooldown.
I mean, it'll work
Uh,
eventually.
Hydrate from Reese. So here we go.
so second hydrate of the evening.
Mm.
So
Feel good.
we got 2 more articles from my end, and then we'll go straight over to Trans for the final article
Yeah.
of the. She's absolutely eager, to be fair. So let's do this.
I told
Um,
him what one of the articles was, and we were talking about it a little bit before we even met up with you, Mount.
Fair enough.
Oh,
Reese
me?
says,
Yeah.
I hate
He knows
cooldown.
what it is.
Yeah. So the second article was from
Oh, shit.
Dexerta.
Okay.
Oh.
Go ahead. No, you're good. You're good. Go ahead. I thought my thing had moved, but we're good. We're fine.
Are you
It's okay.
sure? Are
Yeah,
you sure?
I'm fine. It's okay.
This is what I love about the podcast.
We're fine.
Are you sure now? Are
I'm
you
fine.
sure?
We're fine. It's good. I thought my camera was falling, but it didn't fall this time.
Are you sure? That's
Listen,
what
there was
Reese
a little
said.
more than boba in the boba tea. That's what it was.
No PC go. Wait a sec, Bella. Wait a sec.
It's coming. It's coming.
It's coming.
Bill's
So
gonna
we're
have
going
more
on.
than one bingo at this point.
Look, no, just doing it now. So got an article from Dexerta. You're an absolute ledge, mate. YouTuber Eugenia Cooney, banned
Cooney,
from
yeah.
Cooney, yeah. YouTuber Eugenia Cooney banned from Twitch and fans are split. And this is the article from Dexerta.com. So, Cooney is a YouTuber and Twitch streamer that does fashion and cosplay and sometimes play Valorant. Yes, get it.
Yeah.
Recently, Cooney's problems with an eating disorder have come to light in a Shane Dawson documentary, so fans have been concerned for her. The streamer started in 2018. This will be her first ban on the platform. Okay. Thought the reason behind the ban was not listed on streamer bans. Some viewers said that she has been flashing, and Twitch finally had caught on. Others said they hoped she was okay, whilst still another viewer said she did the right thing by deleting the VOD. Right, I nearly burped then on the VOD part. My bad. The ban was only for 1 day, but the streamer has remained inactive on social media since it was issued. So that's quite concerning. To be fair,
yeah, YouTuber, I love it, Bella.
YouTuber, yeah. Forget Chewbacca in the Star Wars. You got YouTuber. Yeah, on the Star Wars version, and yeah. That's the new version. Can you imagine if they did that on the new movies of Star Wars?
Oh God!
The new. Welcome to the new YouTuber.
Reese's loves it.
So, but yeah, what's your thought? I mean, do you want to hear my thoughts first before you guys say it?
Yes, you do your thoughts first because we did ours first last time.
Oh, sorry.
Your turn.
Wait. So basically, from my opinion, I just hope that personally that she's okay, Eugenia Cooney. By the sounds of it, with eating disorder, that's not good. That's not good at all. But it's kind of weird that I don't know whether the viewers were trying to troll or get her banned as such, or she did it by mistake. I don't know. I can't.
From the article that I read, she has been flashing her underwear for a while now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
From what I read. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a couple other articles that I looked at on this topic, and one of them suggested that I said something about a nip slip, so it might have been something to that effect. But yeah. So there's that.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just thanks, Trans. To be fair, but basically, well, she did the right thing by deleting the VOD and then banned for 1 day. But it is kind of concerning that she's not done any social media or any other stuff since that was occurred. So, if she is ever watching or listening to the podcast, please make sure you're okay and get yourself back to normal with the streaming side of things. That's the main thing as well, to be fair. But how about you guys? What's your thoughts of this saga?
Sorry for the random coughing, guys.
It's all right.
I'll go ahead and talk next because Daddy Senpai spoke first last time, so I'll speak my comments next. Are you okay over there?
Yeah,
are you okay?
Dude,
you look like you're
fighting back a cough. That's all I'm doing.
Well, I've been coughing this whole podcast, so it's fine. I'm sure it'll be okay.
It's bad though. I sound like I'm an 80-year-old man who needs a respirator at this point.
Just interject Francis coughs in the middle of the podcast out of nowhere. Plotting schemes, Reese says.
Never. That's not me.
Luke said, bruh, honestly, all bands do is give clout to said streamers because they always come back anyways. Yeah, this is true, and this ban was only for 1 day. But the thing about the eating disorder, it was kind of weird that they kind of throw it in there, but they were talking about how she had become more well known because of that, and people were concerned. But yes, I agree with you, Malcolm. It's a little concerned that she hasn't been talking on social media since the event happened, especially if she's dealing with things she's been dealing with. I don't know the specifics behind it because the article didn't go into specifics behind it.
Yeah.
But I mean, she has intentionally been showing her underwear, so that's one thing that tells me this was probably something that's been planned. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't personally watch her shows and her streams, but she, I do hope she's okay. But I feel like you're right on that, Luke. I feel like it really does just give clout to that streamer because it just comes back, and then they're just well known. They're thrown up. Their name blows up in the news, and people talk about it. And when you talk about it, you're popular. So there you go, good or bad, but you still are popular. I do think it's good that she deleted the VOD that she had on it that had the incident, which is really nice. But aside from that, I mean, I don't think this was something that would have been like accidental. I think this is something that was catching up with her.
In speech marks, accidental, that type of stuff. Then.
Yes.
Fair enough. The Day Senpai, what's your thoughts about this article?
All right, so I guess mine's going to be backwards compared to all of you, right? First, you said it was a Shane Dawson thing, right?
Well, the documentary has shown her eating disorder brought to light in a Shane Dawson documentary.
I didn't even know that man still existed. I'm gonna be honest with you. That was like the biggest shock of the whole thing to me. Like you hear about like nip slips and like all the flashing all the time. That's not like and the fact that Shane Dawson's name was brought up to me in like the first time in what feels like 15 years is the miracle here. But I don't know, it's weird, right? Because we live in like a really weird society in America where like we're the one country in the world where like sex doesn't like it's like the big no and frowned upon thing.
Yeah.
And like we like love violence to like a weird extreme. So
True.
I guess it's weird to me still, even being an American, that like that's the type of thing that like Twitch and like other places are like that's the big no. But I mean, I'm hoping she's okay, right? Nobody ever wants anyone to not be okay, but at the same time, it's kind of like if you didn't want to do anything anymore and you were using that as an easy out, like just leave. Weird.
Maybe. That's a good possibility.
But then it's like you don't want to get your reputation to be like, oh, she's the underwear girl.
Well, no, because like realistically, if you wanted that reputation, go to Orange YouTube because you could stream on Orange YouTube. So like, really, like good enough.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just one of those things where like you can't ever really tell what's going through the person's head when it happens. It could have been an accident, But then at the same time, we had like all the hot tub streams that were going around. Like nobody really got in trouble for that for the longest time.
I was about to say that to you about the hot tub stream. Now, I said this to Trans. The very first episode I mentioned about it with Amaranth, I think it was the name, and she got livid, and we both got livid with it because it was like, is Twitch meant to be like a gaming streaming site, not a let's do a plus 18 stream.
Well, you don't even technically need to like stream video games on Twitch, right? It's one of those things where like if you go through like the different categories and stuff, there's plenty of just like chit and chats and people having lifestyle things. It's a streaming platform in general, most known for gaming, obviously, but like it's not the only thing. It is still weird to have a hot tub stream. That's not me defending it to like any sense of the word. It's just it wouldn't be the weirdest thing, right? I guarantee if I went to go look for something like ASMR is weird to me. I don't know why I want to hear you swallow in like an octopus for 25 seconds.
Same.
Oh, God.
Malk has his own opinions about ASMR.
I hate ASMR. ASMR. I don't know why people love it. Like, why? Why do you want to hear someone just licking an ear or getting,
or like the microphone?
Or licking a microphone by an ear, and that will be it. And it's just like, why? And then people get turned on. To be fair,
I knew Vanilla would be the one to come say it.
Yeah,
Vanilla's all about the ASMR. That's okay. I mean, no shame. It's all good. It's just not our thing. That's all.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we have a few comments in the chat, so I want to catch us up real quick.
Okay.
So Vanilla said he would resuscitate you.
Oh, I winked at him and blew him a kiss. You guys were just in the middle of your thing, so
I saw that.
I didn't catch it. I'll rewatch it later and see it. Next, Bella's giving us information on Shane Dawson. So there you go. Vanilla says it's an awkward situation. Someone with an eating disorder has body issues, image issues, and no matter what reaction is earned, she still needs professional help and a distance from social media. I agree with you on that.
Can I just say that's the most violent quote from Vanilla tonight. Yep. That's not horny or anything out of the chat itself. Fair play for Vanilla for that.
100%.
It's an awkward decision, awkward situation, and and fair play for that. Sorry,
Luke said, unless your name is Nikado Avocado. Who is Nikado Avocado? I need to know.
I know, but if your name rhymes with avocado, I don't want any part of you. So it's good enough for me, I guess.
Oh no!
Holly goes, that dude is wild. Reese hates ASMR. Bella goes, aren't there clips out there deep throating Gawk 3000 on one of those ear mics? I think there are. Yeah, I think you're right. And Luke goes, oh yeah, saw that on Reddit. Wild stuff that streamers are allowed to do that. Yeah, 100%. In reference to that comment about the deep throating.
Yeah.
Hey, it's an actual term. Okay, I'm just saying it's an actual term. I am not about to Google Bella. I'm
Listen,
not Googling
I grew up
avocado.
in the early 2000s. I was forced to Google some really weird things in order to figure out what they meant. So, you know, I don't fall for it anymore.
Same. Not happening.
Yeah. Not happening at all, Bella. Not happening at all. Not happening, Reese.
No, Reese, not happening either.
So, but
we're
yeah,
onto your little games, guys.
But yeah, like I said, I just hope that she's like personality and like awkward situation. I hope she's okay. That's all I can say. But regarding that, the other bits, then I can't say other than I can say other than blame her for that. To be fair.
Kels says mukbangs. I'll never understand those. At law, why watch someone eat food? It's a mukbang YouTuber.
Well, it's like the reason I specified food is because, like, I don't know why. It's like I'll just flip through TikTok and there's this one girl that pops up and she eats, like, first of all, I eat a lot. Like, I'm a big dude, and like she puts it away. Like, I don't know. She's like the ninth of my size. She's the tiniest little chicken. She just inhales everything in front of her, and I'm like, I don't know why this is even a thing. Like, this is horrifying.
It's like a woman versus food, and like, yeah, I'd probably see one of the episodes where she hasn't eaten anything for the last few days, and then she goes to this place where it was like a massive food. I'm not going to say something else because Vanilla may check it the wrong way.
You already said, you know.
But yeah, mad, to be fair. It's just massive food, to be fair. And then she
by now, Malk, I would assume that you would know that Vanilla will take anything you say and twist it out of context.
I'm saying it now.
Come on.
Yeah. Absolutely. Luke says, me when I deliberately starve myself for content.
Why would you do that, Luke? Why?
Yeah, I don't have it in me. I don't have the willpower to starve myself for content.
Vanilla says, I like ASMR as sleep aid, though. The auditory tingles can be fun. Small percentage of people actually get auditory tingles, though. So it's just random noise to most. Yeah, fair. Yes, you, Vanilla. Yes, you.
Yes, you.
See, I'm innocent. I don't do anything wrong, so I don't ever have to worry about fingers getting bumped into
my head. Bullshit. Not true.
Never.
Not true.
This is why we like the Dana Senpai to come back every single week on the podcast each time. But yeah, have you got any more queries about that? The article about the YouTuber, or in Bella's case, the YouTuber, like for instead of Chewbacca, but YouTuber.
I like it. That needs to be a new thing. Hashtag YouTuber.
Hashtag YouTuber as well. So
make it happen.
Last article from me, and this is what I'm saying, Bella. PC gamer, I'm asking.
PC gamer.
PC gamer.
You thought we forgot, didn't you?
I always wear my seatbelt. It's never not on.
And you still fell out of the car. We just proved the point of the conversation the last time you were here, that the seatbelts don't do jack shit at a certain point.
7 crossed out. Yeah, I'd like to know what this bingo is, to be fair, like from Bella's side of
we need to make a bingo card. I'm saying we should do it.
I told you, I don't think it mattered what way you were going to lay out that bingo card. We've crossed out 7 things now, apparently, in 40-something minutes. So
we're waiting for the full house moment.
Full house, yeah, all of it.
So basically, this is a PC gamer article. There you go, Bella. It is there. 50% of transactions were fraudulent. Oh, when Steam accepted Bitcoin for payments, says Gabe Newell. Or Gabe Newell. Newell?
Newell.
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 Yeah. I heard that name. Like, I heard the surname before, but I just couldn't remember if it
Mhm.
was Newell or Newell. But Bitcoin was released as a payment method on Steam in April 26, but was removed back in December 2017. The reason was said to be from this article in speech marks.
Yeah.
The volatility of Bitcoin's price and a significant increase in the fees to process transactions on the Bitcoin network. Close.
Volatility.
Volatility. Thank
That's a
you.
lot of T's.
Sorry. Yeah, I
And
haven't got my
L's.
glass. Yeah, I haven't got my glasses with me, and I'm not drunk
Okay.
at all. To
So
be
good.
fair.
It's
More-
fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Listen, I'll get drunk enough for the two of us. You're fine.
There you go. I was about to say, Daddy Senpai's got you covered.
Thank God for that. More recently, Valve has banned crypto and NFT games from the store, drawing anger from crypto fans. When asked about the rule, Gabe Newell said, again, from the article in speech marks, the problem is that a lot of the actors who were in that space are not people you want interacting with your customers. Newell said, we had problems when we started accepting cryptocurrencies as a payment option. 50% of those transactions were fraudulent, which is a mind-boggling number. Though these were customers we didn't want to have.
Yes.
So the fluctuations. There you go. That's a big word for that. In prices did not help. I know. I need to praise for that. To be fair, the games.
For Elmo.
I know. Thank you, mate. I'll give you 10 quid after. Wink, wink. As well. Games could cost $10 one day and $100 the next. With the recent rise in crypto and NFT games, his opinion has not changed. Again, from the article in Speech
Lots
Mark.
of from the article shit.
Yeah. There is a lot of
Good.
really interesting technology in blockchains and figuring out how to do a distributed ledger. But I think that people haven't figured out why you actually need a distributed ledger, Newell said. There's a difference between what it should be and what it really is currently in the real world or in IRL, in real life. And that's sort of where we were at with the blockchain-based NFT stuff. So much of it was ripping customers off, and we were like, yeah, that's not what we want to do. We don't want to enable screwing large numbers of our customers over. I don't know. That's what he says, but
That is what he said. He in the article. That's what he said.
Yeah. So that's what drove that decision. There's nothing inherently about distributed ledgers that makes them problematic. It's just so far that's almost always what our experience has been.
Yes. All right, so we got a few things. Reese says, I mean, Retro, you get alcohol, I can make you drunk.
Good luck with that, mate. I'll try, but good luck
Bella
with that.
goes, Crypto Bros taking so many L's. Luke goes, as they should. Reese goes, get your shit sorted.
Absolutely.
I love it.
I don't know whether to call the Get Your Shit Sorted episode again. Part 2, Part 3. No.
There's
Is it
a
not
lot of
like
good
that?
shit going on too. It's all good.
That's fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
I got rinsed by that. I'll say from my end as well. So I think that's bad that they've accepted Bitcoin as a payment. I think that's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And correct me if I'm wrong, the crypto and NFTs. If you're into that, get out of it quick because you don't want to get caught in it that much. No, being serious, because
I know. I'm just laughing because the way you did it, the way you just you relayed that.
What?
I love it.
What,
it's
just
great.
get rid of it quick.
Just get rid of it. Just get rid of it.
Well, it's true though, because it's like you don't want to get into like too much scams or too much issues like what Steam. I think it's Steam's fault. I'm sorry, Steam, if you're watching this or listening to this back. We all love you to bits, but
love Steam.
That needs to sort that shit out with the crypto. I know they took it off, but it's still bad. But
just get into what? What are you talking about, Reese?
You made trans coughing during the podcast, Reese.
No, but I'm gonna kind of interject here for a second because the thing about it is the article. This is actually the discussion actually happened when this writer talked with Gabe Newell about the Steam Deck, and they talked about NFTs because it was such a big thing that was kept coming up and coming up and coming up. The NFT and crypto stuff that Retro was talking about. Okay, I got you. No, they stopped taking crypto in December 2017. And then they completely banned crypto transactions at all from the store. Crypto games, NFT games, and stuff like that from the store. So that's the reason why he's saying he didn't want to do it because it was screwing their customers over. And they didn't want to do that. And I have a little bit of knowledge because I had a book. No, not article. I had a chapter in my textbook this week where we talked about organization and communication and in corporate communication. And it was talking about how Valve does business. And so I kind of have a little bit of understanding from what they gleaned from their information that they talk about in my textbook, that Valve is like the way they do business is different than most companies. And so I will interject and say I madly respect that Newell doesn't want to take crypto completely because I madly respect the reason why he doesn't want to take it. He doesn't want to screw all the people over, which I appreciate because 50% fraudulent activity, that's insane.
That's bad. Shouldn't
That's
be
crazy.
any of that. It should be any.
And when they
get
found
rid of
out
it.
that it was a problem, they're like, okay, we can't do this. We're not taking this anymore. And they stopped it, which
But-
I have mad respect for.
I think how long did it take them? It took them over a year, at least. At 1 year and 8 months, just to keep it with the crypto
Well,
stuff.
they might not have realized how bad it was until they started doing looking into
Probably
it.
did
and
an
saying,
audit like after a year, so they probably didn't even look into it at first.
There you go.
But no, for my piece, I think crypto's not a bad thing. I think, one of you, Vanilla, mentioned if you can afford to get into crypto, you can afford to get a savings account, which is all well and done. But I mean, crypto is just another thing for you to invest in. If you're investing in the stocks, investing in owning a business or owning properties to rent it out, it's always a gamble. Crypto is a gamble on a much smaller scale if you're not using like Bitcoin. If you're using for example, SafeMoon is a cryptocurrency that a whole country is pretty much trying to make like their actual currency to turn everything electronic instead of using paper money and stuff like that. So personally, from my experience, I was able to buy into SafeMoon I want to say it was like a year and a half ago now at this point when it was like thousands of shares for less than a penny and everything like that. And it got to the point where it was a huge bump at one time and I was able to sell all of it. You have to get lucky with a lot of it. It really does come. It's like stocks, right? You got to know somebody who's going to be able to give you the tip to sell, which I mean is not it's frowned upon, but
Yeah.
if you're smart about it and you get lucky, it's definitely there to make you money. It's definitely there to make you a lot of money. It's just don't do it because everybody else is doing it. Do your own research, see what works out for you. Because I'm the type of guy, and Trance has kind of learned it at this point, where I'm always kind of looking 6 steps ahead when it comes to just about anything.
Truth.
What I try to do.
I have
and
still
the
learned
Bitcoin
that.
was one of those things. So it's definitely there and it's viable, but I don't think NFT games or any crypto based games or anything like that make any sort of sense. But it's just one of those things where it could have worked, but it's a volatile market like Gabe had mentioned, and it's always going to go up and down, and it will force those games to increase and decrease in price sporadically to the point where it's going to be an issue for Steam to keep up with it if there was a bunch of different games and companies that were letting people buy stuff through crypto and letting them buy crypto or use crypto to buy games and then upload them to Steam and things like that. It would have just been a headache in the long run. So it's good that it's gone, but I don't think in general it's the worst thing that they could have done. And everything's trial and error in an economy and in a world where everything we do is just almost completely electronic at this point. Crypto is going to be a thing that we got to kind of get stuck with.
Yeah, that's true. You are definitely right there.
Okay, Sky God. I know what you're talking about, but oh my God, dude, no, Sky God, don't be. Okay, I know what you're talking about, buddy, but let's not talk about that on the stream. We're not going over that right now. But I get you. I get where you're coming from. We said, Vanilla said that about if you can get a crypto, get in a savings account. Bella goes, just the idea of NFT games sounds counterproductive. Vanilla goes, Sugar Daddy Senpai, Crypto King. And Sky God is going off on the City PD. So
Yeah, if anybody was gonna have him, I feel like it'd be Sky God.
I know. You know who that is, right? I know
I'm
who
gonna
that is.
assume I know who it is and just leave it
I
at
know
that
who
for
it
the time
is.
being.
I do not know what to say. To be fair,
I know
really
who
don't know.
Sky God is.
Listen, just make anything up at this point. You can't go wrong.
Well, I have to call him
It's got
Sky
a
God.
point. It's got a
It's
point.
Sky God. I have to call him like. I have to call him Sky God.
Just call him Sky.
Sky.
No, Sky God. I don't know.
Listen, it's a mouthful when you call me the Daddy Senpai. You could just call me Daddy like everybody else. Make your life a little easier.
No, absolutely
Vanilla
not.
will jump on that train easy. No problems. Okay.
Welcome to the awkward podcast of the Bish Bash Boss podcast. Absolutely. My God. The Daddy Senpai. I'm not going to say it in short. Tough shit on that. To be fair. But yeah, I mean, from your perspective, it's just. I don't know. I think it's just they should have sorted that out, like earlier on, not rather than doing it in the year. They would have done it like quarterly or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, they probably could have easily caught it quarterly if they would have looked into it. I mean, the numbers still wouldn't have looked good, but they
Yeah.
definitely could have.
Ted's Gaming! Oh my
No,
god! Ted's Gaming is here! Buddy! How have you been? Oh my fucking god, dude. I can't believe you're here,
Yeah,
man.
see, Bella knows.
Dude, we have to get you into the show. Seriously, man. Ted's Gaming. Thank you so much for being here, buddy. Man, it's Ted's Gaming, Malk. Oh my god, how long has it been since we've seen Ted? That's awesome. Dude.
I reckon it's got to be quite a few months ago now. Quite a few
Smooth
months.
as fuck. I love it.
Yeah, or the.
Or the. Yeah. Okay, it's the. How are you feeling of this situation of the everything going on? But nah, I'm kidding. You've already mentioned it. But basically, it's just. I just hope they just don't cause too much aggro with too much of the customers and stuff. But at least they've done something just to get rid of the crypto and all the big, the Bitcoin stuff. But it's all good. We've been good, Ted. We've been good. How are you? How have you been doing?
I'm so happy to see you. Oh my god, I miss you, man. I miss you, bro.
Yeah. So Bella, I'm going to call him Senpai now. I'm not calling him the daddy anymore.
Call him Senpai. Yeah, just call him Senpai. No worries.
So that's my 3 articles done. There's one more left, but Trance will kill me if I don't get this right. So I'll mention where it's come from, but that's all I'm going to say.
Don't tell him what the article is, because I won't tell him what the article is.
It came from the internet.
It came from the internet. 100%.
So the articles.
Hey yo.
The articles come from comicbook.com.
You guys. Can I take it over now, Malk?
The articles come from the comicbook.com. Trance, go for it.
Okay, so guys, all right. So for those who don't know me, I'm a D&D player. Guys,
it's news to me.
Oh, shut up! You already knew this. We talked about this. I came across this article and I had to add it because it kind of ties into our discussion later. Well, not. Yeah, it ties into the discussion, and you guys will know what we're going to discuss here in a little bit. But it also ties into something else that I'm really, really big in. We're kind of branching out on this whole game only stuff. Critical Role announces Elden Ring one shot. Okay, for those who are not familiar with Critical Role, okay, and I can't see my chat. I can see my chat right now, but I can't get to you guys right now. Give me a second. For those who are not familiar with Critical Role, the cast has a show that's been running on Twitch since 2016, off and on. It's built around a long-standing D&D campaign that originally had been already working. They started it up. The voice actors that are in the Critical Role cast have long-running careers in gaming and shows. Matt Mercer is a DM. The current players for this current season that they're doing, the current campaign, is Ashley Johnson, Laura Bailey, Liam O'Brien, Taliesin Jeff, Talos and Joff, sorry. Sam Riegel, Marisha Ray, Robbie Damon, and Travis Willingham. That's the current cast. And the current campaign is campaign 3. They had 2 campaigns before this. So, into the news. Bandai Namco has sponsored a one-shot inspired by Elden Ring. Matt Mercer will be the DM, and the regular cast members Marisha Ray and Sam Riegel will join along with the following guests. Christina Ariel, who is a host of the weekly Star Wars The High Republic show and has been on other Critical Role one-shots. Brennan Lee Mulligan, who is a cast member and a regular DM on Dimension 20. Alexander Ward, who's a cast member of the popular Vampire the Masquerade series by LA by Night. And the commonality, this comes from the actual article, the reason why this is like a common ground for them is, quote, when talking about the development of Elden Ring, Miyazaki noted that he built the world of the game using Martin's material as if it were a Dungeon Master's Handbook in a tabletop RPG. I think we covered that in a previous show. George R.R. Martin, of course, was collaborator for the world the game is based in. Its predecessor, Dark Souls, has also been in the news. Steamforged Games announced that they will be releasing Dark Souls, the role-playing game, which will use a modified version of D&D 5e rules, Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition rules. The one-shot, for anybody who's interested and wants to check it out, will air on Twitch on March 1st at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, with the VOD being posted on YouTube on March 3rd, and the podcast version available on March 8th. Guys.
You're right, Chance.
Okay, I'm going to catch up on my chat real quick, okay? So Ted says it's been good. How are we? We've been doing awesome. Missed you guys too, he says. And Sky goes, oh no, really? And Kel goes, yeah, let's go. I'm with you, Kel. I'm so excited about this. For real. And Vanilla is cheering over here. You guys, this is going to be epic. So I want to give my take on this first, since I was one that did the article, and because I was the one that was super stoked about it in the first place. I know Daddy Senpai will have some more to say about it too, because he's also a D&D player, for those who don't know. Now you know.
I did not know that at all.
We've talked about
that. Sarcasm? Because I feel like we were talking about it when I was...
Yeah. I know. I was trying to get your reaction then. That'll be...
All right, so I am excited. Like, I am a Critical Role fan. I have been a fan since campaign 1. I absolutely love the show. I love what it has done for D&D just in general, and the popular news and everything. So many people have gotten into D&D because of Critical Role and because they see how much fun it is with friends and all the cool things that can be done with it and all the really fun things that you can do with your character. The fact that they're, working with Bandai Namco on this to do an Elden Ring one-shot, that's going to be epic. Like, Elden Ring has been everywhere this week because of its release this week. So it's going to be like amazing. And I'm so excited they're planning on doing this. And I'm really excited to see how the Dark Souls RPG is going to go too. So I'll have to look into that and get a little more information on that for my own personal use, because that sounds really cool. And it's using D&D 5e modification rules. So that's going to be really, really something that people are familiar with, but it's also something that's going to be really big and popular, I think, because of the popularity of the Dark Souls games and because of the popularity of Elden Ring. I have not seen the other people that are in the show. I do know that a couple people have said that they like Dimension 20 that I've talked to just personally. They like Dimension 20. So that's really cool that he's going to be on the show with them. I have not seen Christina Ariel, but she's from Star Wars: The High Republic show, and has been in other one shots with the cast. And Alexander Ward being a no, I said no. I did not say that. No. And Alexander Ward has been cast member of the popular Vampire the Masquerade series by LA by Night, which I know I've kind of seen. I've heard about it, but I haven't really watched it. But I was a big Vampire the Masquerade fan anyway. I play White Wolf. So this goes into so many things that I am excited for, and I am just stoked, and I cannot wait, and I will definitely be watching the show for sure. So, okay, who wants to go next? Oh, I'm good. That's it.
I'll let Senpai go.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I'm not super excited for it, but that's just me not being the biggest Critical Role fan, and that's nothing against the show or the people that are in it. I just never got into it. I tried to follow it, for the first couple of episodes, and I couldn't get past the audio quality and the issues they were having originally. And I just never picked it back up. I mean, I've watched everything Dimension 20, related. Fantasy High was by far my favorite thing, and I thought, Brendan did a wonderful job as the DM there. So I'm excited to see it for the all the people who are going to be in it. I could not because it's a Critical Role based thing, just more so the people that they're going to bring on deck for it is why I'd want to watch it. And as far as the Dark Souls TTRPG goes, I'm excited for that. I mean, I do like my 5e, but I am a huge Star Wars fan, so I've always loved the Star Wars tabletop, and Fallout tabletop I liked more than just regular D&D. But anybody who knows, I watch Dungeons and Daddies all the time, so I listen to it when I'm just hanging out. It's just a thing. But no, it's one of those things where I think it's gonna be fun. I don't think it would ever be my cup of tea, even the Dark Souls one, because anybody look at me. Do you think I take anything serious? I can't do the nitty gritty. I gotta be the idiot of the group almost every time. Even when I play a wizard or anyone who's supposed to be smart, he's an idiot. It doesn't matter. He either lacks common sense or lacks literal book smarts, and that's just the way it's more fun. Give him charisma as a dump stat, make him a himbo, and he's my guy. That's what he is. Or charisma is his main stat, make intelligence a dump, and he's a himbo. But I play the Krunks of the world. That's what I need to be.
Fair enough. For me, I mean, I've seen people try and do the Elden Ring. Correct me if I'm wrong. The Elden Ring scenario stuff. So, I need to get into the D&D and all the other shizzle, so we say. But because I don't want to feel left out, but I don't know what to say. I don't want to feel left out with this. To be honest, it's by the sounds of it, it's by the sound of what Trance is saying to us all, basically saying she's absolutely excited and it's going to be one hell of a show.
So
with excited. The Senpai says, "Nah, we'll have to wait and see how it goes." To be fair, with that,
she's going to force me to watch all of Critical Role and catch up on it. So
we're going to rewatch it because I don't think that I think you just really didn't get into it because of the problems you had getting past it. But if you're watching it with a friend, I think that you'll appreciate it more. That's somebody who knows the show as well and knows how good it does wind up getting. And when you get to the point when things start getting really, really good and things start getting better in the studio, then I think you'll appreciate and enjoy it more, I think.
See, I know a good bit of the second. Was the second campaign the Mighty Nine? Was that
then? Second campaign.
I only know anything about the Mighty Nine because my character in a homebrew game I played killed half of them, and it was just I was the villain, so it happened. I was the bad guy, but oops.
Bloody hell! Bloody hell! I thought he was a good guy. As well.
So you guys have a hydrate to hit because I've already got my hydrate.
Oh, I drank it already.
Reese hit it in my channel. Oh, Sky God hit it in my channel, not Reese. I'm so used to you being the person, Reese. Why the heck? Why mess me up, guys?
It's because Reese will do it all the time. That's why.
Yeah. That's true. I'm surprised Sky got in there. Kel goes, I'm gonna skip work if I have to so I can watch it. Yeah, that's my boy. And Vanilla says, Daddy Senpai should check out D&D podcast because Dungeon Days. You talk about you watch that sometimes.
I do.
And Sky Guy goes ping pong. So yeah.
There's also a Pokemon D&D podcast that was actually pretty cool that I started watching. I don't remember what the name of it was, but it was just suggested to me on Spotify, and I was drunk one night, and I was like, let's do it. I got nothing going on for the next couple of hours, and was not disappointed.
No lie.
The boba is gone, guys.
Is that completely gone now?
All the boba has been gone.
I'm telling you,
it only took me an hour.
Is it kicking off?
There's not. Kel got us another hydrate, guys. Another hydrate.
Another hydrate. Are you trying to get us too drunk? Well, for
He doesn't in mine. I don't know about him. I don't know about you, Malk. You're getting drinking soda, but him maybe.
I'm waiting for the Sigmo to kick in. For this,
we're waiting on it.
Well, Bella, as it stands, well, that was just Saki that went everywhere because it was caught in the stash.
Hey, party foul, bro, party foul.
I know. I didn't spill it. It just kind of was caught in the stash and went everywhere. I play characters that are typically good, and then one thing makes them evil. Like the character I'm currently playing in the 2 games that I'm a part of. He's a paladin of Soon, which he's pretty much a hedonist. Think of like the hedonism bot from like Futurama. Like he's a huge himbo and he's just out to have a good time all the time. He accidentally killed his god, so then he switched to being a follower of Tiamat. And now he's evil, and he killed a child. And so I'm not even acting like he was a good guy anymore.
Oh gosh.
He told the kid to run, and he threw a rock to play catch with the kid, and he threw it a little too hard, and it just smacked the kid in the side of the head, and then that was it.
Natural 20 on your rock throw. That kid's skull is smashed.
I don't know what to say with that.
Twins,
sometimes they get
we're not condoning, that type of activity. We're just saying that, come on.
D&D's wild, man. It's just
Let's be honest. I mean, CR has done a lot worse.
you're not wrong.
I mean, seriously.
Are you sure about that?
Listen, sometimes it's fun to be the bad guy. That's all I'm saying. Like, bad guys have more fun.
Sometimes.
Why do you think Bruce Wayne labeled himself as a vigilante when he became Batman? So he wasn't technically a hero.
Send
Okay,
Grimes
so
that makes your character so good and kill too many people and become the villain.
listen, so I don't know if you guys are aware of like any of the gods in D&D, but Soon's basically just like I said, a hedonist. All of her followers are basically like, just out to have a good time, hurl things like, be clean, don't talk to ugly people, and don't get scarred. Literally, those are like her tenets if you were to go look it up.
Well, about it.
Just we're playing like he's playing my DM's running like a hyper realistic, like almost type thing. So like injuries are like a thing. Like my character's lost one of his eyes, and it's just like he deals with it. Like there's no like revives or anything. Just because the Tomb of Annihilation was not a fun place to be in for anyone who knows anything about D&D. And while in the Tomb of Annihilation, I just kind of goofed and accidentally killed my god, and that's pretty much how it went. It was the second session of the game, and I was a paladin, and we had a cleric whose whole backstory was they met each other in the church, and I killed the fucking god immediately, like as soon as the game started. So neither of us had any of our powers. So I was like, oh fuck.
Your patron is dead.
Not only did my patron die, they threw me straight to Avernus, which is hell, and fucking I got stuck meeting all the evil gods, and I was like, damn, I just immediately took us. Like where we didn't want to be.
Hyper realistically, accidentally killing the gods.
It wasn't like I just killed her either. Like I got her like soul trapped inside a soul gem and made the lich really strong. It was just not a good time. It was just like, don't be me. That was like 2 years ago now.
Joker arc, Luke said.
Oh, no way. That's mad scenes, to be fair. Have you guys got any more from the Elden Ring one shot?
I'm excited. I'm just excited about it. I'm so happy.
How about you, Senpai?
So happy. This is a good
Not specifically from this, but there were a couple gaming related things I happened to pick up on within the last 2 days. I don't know how accurate all of them are, but I know. So not the upcoming Call of Duty, not like the new Modern Warfare 2, but the one that's supposed to come out in 2023, apparently is getting canceled and not canceled, but pushed back a couple of years because they're trying to fix it to make sure it's like a different game all around as opposed to just being them releasing a game every year. So I know that they confirmed that. I don't know how long it's going to be pushed back, if it's just going to be another couple months or another year, but they're supposed to be polishing it and like redoing a bunch of stuff because people obviously didn't complain about Warzone, for the sake of what Warzone was. People didn't complain about, the Modern Warfare reboot for the sake of it being a Modern Warfare reboot.
Yeah.
But it's like always the game that comes out in between Modern Warfare and like whatever the next one is that people have always had an issue with. So they're trying to do something to spice it up a little bit from what I read and what I was told a couple times by several different people.
Luke says they're changing it to fit the Ukrainian-Russian war.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Because there isn't actually going on in Ukraine and Russia, the actual war.
That's why our city was pretty dead last night.
Yeah.
A lot of people were watching on that. And by the way, on a side note, this is just a little side note. Personally, my heart does go out to all you guys who are affected by that over there. So, you have my thoughts and prayers. All the love to y'all. And I hope everything is, going to be all well and good. So,
yeah, fingers crossed. Hope everything gets sorted as soon as possible with the war.
That's
right. So, but yeah, enough with the downside. Let's go back to the upside. Upside. So, I have officially stopped now until we do till they do Ask Us Anything part. So all the GTA.
So I'm getting discussion as well as interviews.
Yeah, well, you're getting everything this part as well. To be fair, so
okay.
So here we go, segment 2, because you loved Elden Ring, and it is kind of similar, but I won't go into too much detail because you'll kill me. To be fair. So, Trans, I'll let you carry on with the main discussion topic
So guys, I think who was it? Was it Bella who called it earlier today? We're going to be discussing Elden Ring because this is probably the biggest thing going on right now. There's so much mixed information going back and forth because it was a big release, a big awaited release. So we've covered it for months while they were making the game. So it's finally here. It's finally been released. We would like first off, I would like to get y'all's input on if any of you guys have played the game and what y'all think about it. But we're also going to talk about what other players are saying about it. Are we looking forward to getting the game if you haven't already done it yet? How popular has the game been in the first release? And I want to answer a couple of these questions for you guys about that. We don't have a full analytics yet because it's literally been 2 days?
Yeah, 2 days.
And yeah, literally 2 days. So, but right now, from what the information I got, 761,000 people were watching it be streamed 2 days ago.
What?
Beating out Dark Souls 3, but also releases such as Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Halo Infinite, and Final Fantasy VII. So there was 761,000 people watching people play Elden Ring on the pre-release. So, and it hadn't even come out to the public yet. This is just pre-release orders that have been sent out. So there's a lot of that stuff. And a couple of the reviews I looked over because I want to check them out. We had a PC Gamer review where the writer pretty much said it was a really great game, but it does seem a little too familiar. There's so many things that are very similar to what Dark Souls did. Then the IGN review had said that it was amazing. And the writer actually called it one of the most unforgettable gaming experiences they've ever had. And when I looked at Steam reviews, they're kind of mixed. And some of it has to do with the bugs and the problems we've been having in the first couple of days. And some of it had to do with other things as well. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's start talking about some Elden Ring, y'all. Come on. This has been super stoked. Come on, guys.
I'll interject here because I think everybody here can make fun of me for it. I didn't have a single clue that it was a Souls game. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I managed to not know a single thing about the game before its release because of everything else I've been doing and playing.
So I told him about what we were talking about today, and he's like, I know there was a Dark Souls game. I was like, yeah.
Well, it was funny, right? Because the first time I noticed was last night when I was scrolling through TikTok while I was doing a bunch of things I shouldn't have been doing in the city, and that was the first time I'd seen anything on it. Right? I managed to avoid every trailer somehow, managed to avoid any inkling of an idea as to what the game was, and I was like, "Why does Dark Souls look weird?" And I was like, "Oh wait." That's not Dark Souls.
It's all good,
talent. I don't even know how I did it.
It's cool.
I was so preoccupied with Dying Light 2, I think, realistically, and then Elden Ring, and then not Elden Ring, Lost Ark, and then New World before that. It was just one of those things that I didn't even notice. Could have came. It was so under the radar to me.
Yeah. Yeah. So a couple of questions, a couple of things we got in the chat. Bella says, I've been playing Ghost PF Tsushima lately, but the ratings of Elden Ring are crazy, it's fucking high. And Luke says, yeah, it's all above 95 or something. I think that the PC Gamer review did a 90 because it had so many similar features to the Dark Souls games. There's certain parts they were talking about that are put into it. But Bella goes, honestly, why would they change up the mechanics if it's been so successful in Dark Souls? I think the reason why is because of the conversation that we had talked about with the Critical Role one shot. Mia's I can never remember how to pronounce his name. The guy who created it wanted to do it like a Dungeon Master's guide, like a handbook and a tabletop RPG. So that's probably why they changed it up a little bit. But if any of you guys have played it or anybody who has played it, we would love to hear y'all's input on it. Personally, I've seen it popping up with some of my friends. I have not talked to them about their experiences, so I can't tell you what they've said. But the reviews I've read have all been pretty good, 90 plus easy. And I know that I think I saw a little clip of a video or something that said something about, how gorgeous the game was just in general. Wow. Yeah. So and we knew that was going to be. So what do we guys think? For those of you who have been hearing about it from your end as viewers and us as well as, here on the podcast, do you guys think we've got Game of the Year nominations coming? I mean, there's a lot of stuff coming out this year that people are looking forward to. So.
I think you want to go ahead now? Go ahead and take it first.
Thanks, Senpai. Thank you very much. Wink, wink. But yeah, personally, here's a question. I was going to say, here's a question for you all. I've heard people who have loved like Lost Ark, and can you imagine Lost Ark against Elden Ring for Game
Could
of the Year?
happen.
See, I don't even think it's gonna come to that.
Yeah.
You don't
I
think?
think Infinite's gonna like barrel its way through it. Like, yeah, the hype died down from like people talking about it because I mean, with everything else coming out, new games. But Infinite was really good, and everything that everybody said about it. And Infinite's got its DLC coming too. Let's not forget that all the free updates for
Mhm.
the campaign and everything that are coming to Infinite. I think things might take the spotlight for now. And I mean, it's Halo though. When it comes down to it, Halo, when in its prime, always barreled through and came through. It's the reason Microsoft hit the ground running when it came to
Microphone.
Xbox. Yeah.
We are talking
Or
through the
Microphone,
microphone.
yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
listen, I drank half this bottle already. Right, it's gonna start hitting me before long.
It had
Yes.
to happen at some point.
Get in. Get in. Personally, as I said, I have not seen the Elden Ring scenario or like anything like that, so I can't really mention about that. But again, I mean, 761,000 people watched it for 2 days, like streamed
2
just
days
2 days
ago.
ago,
2 days ago. And that
and that was
number's
a
probably
pre.
higher now. And they
Yeah.
were saying that Cyberpunk had reached over 1 million when it was released, and literally Elden Ring was right up there next to it. It wasn't very far from being close to Cyberpunk, and it probably hit that number by the end of the week.
See, I'm worried about. Look what happened to Cyberpunk. Everyone was like,
Mhm.
"Oh yes, get in. This is going to be one of the games of the year."
Yep.
And what did they do? They didn't sort their shit out, did they, with the bugs?
Exactly.
So, but
It's weird, right? Because we live in like a world now, and I'd like to go back and say it's been the case since like the Xbox 360 with Oblivion, where like
yeah,
anytime Bethesda looks into putting anything out, it's just a disaster, right? It's never going to work right, and people are usually okay with it, and that still will win Game of the Year, or win a bunch of awards whenever award time comes around. Because I mean, when has Bethesda launched a game that didn't win like 90% of the awards the year it came out?
What game?
I think 76 is the only time that was the case, and people just I don't think quite
No.
understand.
What
Oh.
game are you talking about with Bethesda?
Fallout. It's like
I
Fallout,
just meant
isn't
in
it?
general.
Fallout.
Well, Cyberpunk too. No, Cyberpunk wasn't them. But I mean, in general, the bugs in general is what
Oh,
I meant. Like Bethesda launches games that are never working
yeah.
properly. There's always something wrong with them. And like I said, they still manage to power through and win Game of the Year. Or like they get up there and they win a lot of other like awards and everything. I
Yeah,
think shy of Fallout 76. And again, I think that's because the general populace misunderstood that Fallout 76 was a survival game before a Fallout game. And
yeah.
then
Yeah.
it immediately tanked. And I was one of the people that got shafted because I bought the special edition, and 3 days later the game was free. Just like, I mean, it's whatever, but it was just one of those things where I don't think using some of the bugs and things that you can't really encounter until you have a mass amount of people playing your game to weigh it
Yeah.
down is the thing. Because polishing stuff in a closed circuit's hard, and that's coming from like I went to college for game design and did a lot of that stuff. So, polishing something with just a select group of people is hard because who's that one guy who's going to go like jump from that one random cliff 65 times? Like, not any of us who would have thought about it, but Joe Schmo down the block's going to do it. And then all of a sudden everybody complains because it breaks the game.
Oh, that was funny.
Kel said Law pre-ordered it, haven't touched it yet, but I'm definitely going to stream it just because I love the Souls series so much. That's awesome. Luke goes, Ghost of Tsushima is fucking amazing, Bella, which is awesome. I'm glad that was a great game that you guys are enjoying right now. Luke says, I've only seen gameplay on YT. It looks good, but Soulsborne games aren't my thing, so I don't see myself playing it soon. And it's not the most graphically impressive game, but it looks very pretty from what I've seen. Now, if you guys remember last season, viewers, y'all remember last season when y'all rewatched the shows or when y'all are watched them when y'all were here with us, I was like, oh my gosh, I was super stoked for Elden Ring because I was like, this is going to be a gorgeous game. This is going to be an amazing game if they keep it to this standard. And then they had to push it back, of course, for the release, which we did cover because it was one of the most anticipated games. So it was all over the news. So we covered that too. And there are some people who have had issues with stuttering in the game. And that's where a lot of the mixed reviews have come from on Steam. And some people are like, well, I have, such and such graphic card and I'm still getting stuttering. So, I mean, I'm not sure what that's coming from. I wonder if that's just a matter of like how many people are playing the game or what. But a lot of people have also said that it's an amazing open world experience. Like the experience itself and the game itself is like amazing. Like it's so nice. And some people who have gotten through it without stutters have said that it's probably one of the best games they've ever played up to this
Yeah.
point. And that's still big words because there's still so much coming out. So you guys don't think we're going to be looking at Game of the Year nominations this year? You don't think?
Oh, I think it'll get nominated. I don't think it's gonna win.
Okay.
So
I
what?
think
But you Mount.
It's very too early to say, depending on how I mean, you could enjoy the game and find out it's going to be crap. Like, remember Horizon? Remember the Horizon series on
Zero
PlayStation?
Dawn.
Zero Dawn. That I said this years ago. I said I think this is going to be one of the bestest games, and it could be Game of the Year. No, there's other games that come out that were like best, that were better, but at the time, I didn't see the other scenarios that kicked in, so it's very hard to say now. Personally, if you had to tell me to force me to say an answer, I would say no. To be honest,
Okay.
it's very
Luke says
hard.
the biggest issue with PC gaming is honestly that it doesn't guarantee that it runs properly. Consoles, usually Cyberpunk, don't have those issues.
Yeah.
So,
Like I said, it's typically Bethesda games that are the weird ones for whatever reason, that they come out and they're super buggy and somehow nobody bats an eye, right? It's like we expect Bethesda to launch a game and like you fall through the map. Like the very first time I went to go play Skyrim, the horse never stopped at the gate to Helgen. It just slammed into the back of the other carriage and shot me 400 feet into the sky and spun around for half an hour. And like if I was to go back and find the video, because I took a video of it, it's on like one of my Facebooks from forever ago. It's literally like 18-year-old me, like, all right, cool, like just waited until midnight. Cool, love it, thanks.
I
Nobody
ever
really
complains about
would
that.
love to see that video. That'd be amazing.
I would as well now.
Yeah,
Just
I
now
mean,
you said
listen,
it.
nobody complains about it too. It's the funniest thing. But you have something when there's like a stutter, which could be an issue with your PC. It could be a server issue. It could be a whole slew of things, not just the game itself. But that's the game you
Yeah.
notice it on. And hell, like hell breaks loose. That's just the way it is, unfortunately, now, and with certain companies.
I'm
Yeah.
excited. I want the game, and I don't mind paying out because I don't normally pay out for games that much, but I don't mind paying out for it because I do want to get my own experience with it. Granted, I might not get it right now. I am looking at upgrading my PC with the better GPU, so might not get it right now, but I will. I do want to get it in the near future, and I might wait and see how the reviews, play out over time because the reviews I looked at, because I couldn't look at all 56,000 reviews that were on there. It was crazy. In 2 days. But I couldn't look at all of those. I saw like 10.
You could have told
I
us.
probably
all
will
through-
get my ass
Oh.
smacked. You're 100% right, Bella.
Now,
Excuse me. I probably will.
Is it co-op like the Souls games? Is it just like you have phantoms that help you do your thing until they get the clapper eventually, and then you just resummon your friend because you don't want to go it alone? Because I have friends like that when it came to Dark Souls. I think I was in their world more than I was in my own. I didn't want to play it without like 3 other phantoms there to do all the work for him.
Oh.
I have not played it, so I wouldn't know. I mean, Luke had said that he had seen some of the gameplay. And I will say that Bella, Luke, all you guys that follow Some Ordinary Gamers, I did, because I watched his video that you guys sent to me, I did see him say that he loves the game. Absolutely loves the game. He is he loves the game so much. He got it and he was excited. And from what I saw, like on the little clip that I saw, he was like stoked. He loved it.
That's mad. That is.
See, Luke said that he's seen a multiplayer function, but hasn't seen it in action. So what that tells me is, even if I'm not super interested in the game, is I'll pick it up, I'll sit in her world, and I'll make sure I clip a bunch of her getting clapped by the bosses and just show everybody.
And you guys can expect it because it's Daddy Senpai, and we do shit like that when we're hanging out, even in the city. So there you go.
Can I just say, freaking legend again, as all the time. To be fair, absolute
That's
legendary.
just what we do.
This is just how we roll.
Yeah.
Sunshines. That's it.
I can't count how many crazy jacked up bullshit we've gotten into in the city between Olivia and Xander.
I would like to know when we do our RP section later on in the podcast itself.
I didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
I played the 5th. That's all that is.
Yeah. We'll have to wait and see how everything goes. Kel says, "Lol, I cannot get through enough of Dark Souls. If you get trans, I'll play it with you. I'll kill all the enemies."
Thank you, Kel. I'm my buddy.
Nice.
You're my buddy.
Nice.
And
Oh, ledge as well.
I did say one thing that in the review for PC Gamer, I did say that they said that it isn't easier than Dark Souls, but it seems easier. Which, because of the way that it plays and because it's got the open world and all that, it's not easier, but it seems easier because you're not bashing your head against the wall in one section trying to, figure something out. You have other things, quests and things that you can do around the area.
Yeah. That was part of the fun when it came to Dark Souls, though. You wanted to bash your head against the wall the entire time you were playing it.
Luke goes, spoilers for customization. There are a lot of classes. It seems, I don't know how many classes Soulsborne games usually have, but there are like 10.
So Soulsborne, I don't, for those of I don't know if you two have played much of Dark Souls like at all. Any of them, we're looking into them. They don't really have classes. They have like a starting class where it's like, here's where we're gonna allocate your first couple of skill points. Here's like starting gear and like this, that, and the other thing. But from that point on, it doesn't matter. It's just I usually spawn naked anyway because it's just, why would I use anything? I hit people with a stick until I find a sword because it's the best way to do it. But it's cool to see when they start adding classes to things like Souls games and stuff like that. There are a bunch of Souls-like games that I thought were pretty awesome, and there's one that's really escaping my my memory right now, and it's on the Xbox Game Pass, and I played it through a couple times, so I'll have to try and figure out the title of it while I'm sitting here.
Okay.
When Miyazaki said that he did it like Dungeon Master's Handbook for a TTRPG, how do we feel about that? I mean, that's something that me and you both are familiar with. That Senpai, for real. I mean, that's something we both familiar with.
Yeah, and there's always going to be a better excuse than a Souls type game for that. I don't think it necessarily fits this whole aesthetic. Divinity, right? Divinity is literally the best example I can give you. Divinity 2 Original Sin literally has a Dungeon Master mode where somebody can literally make a D&D map in the game, and then you can run through it as D&D characters essentially.
Cool.
And do things like Matt Mercer did a 6-hour campaign, I think, of it one time, a one shot with a couple dudes to highlight how it was supposed to work. It never took off the ground because we're not creative people at heart. We like to think we are, but putting a lot of stuff into work with an engine that you didn't create and don't know how to use is never going to work out right. I'm not. What do they think I am?
No.
But
yeah.
And then there's what was the other one that came out that was half complete that everybody was mad at because only the first act was at Baldur's Gate? I mean, again, Baldur's Gate was literally done with Wizards of the Coast, right there, and they worked hand in hand with that stuff. So there's always better examples of things to do. I think trying to do it is something is wonderful, trying to incorporate more structured things to it, because Dark Souls was always one of those weird ones where it was just oh, hey, there's some random naked skeleton with a lantern that occasionally screams if you get too close to it, and then a couple dudes that just look like zombies, and that was 90% of their enemies. It was either that or they were just heavily armored. So seeing more unique things that look like it's from a DMG is actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
shit. Luke goes, the gameplay I've seen was with the samurai class. Most classes are random ASF though. I'd like to see how the classes are. I really should watch some gameplay, and I really should get some ideas to how it plays and see how the flow is. But like I said, even if there's issues with the stutters like there was on the Steam reviews, or issues with familiarity because of how similar certain aspects of it are to the Dark Souls series prior to it, I still see that the general concept of the game itself and of the storyline and of the other aspects that make the game the most enjoyable aspect of the game are positive, pretty much, from what I can tell, from what I looked into. Okay. Corey by Kenshin has a good video on the game. That's the one I watched. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I mean, I've seen that people are loving it, and I've seen it on Twitch. I've seen it popping up with my Steam friends. A good handful of my friends got it. So 2 or 3 of my friends are playing it. So I mean, I've seen that it's actually getting playtime, and people are coming back to play. I think the guy who did the review for IGN said it took him 87 hours to complete what he needed to complete in the game.
87 hours.
87 hours. That's a lot of gameplay.
Yeah. I was going to say, because I haven't done much on Dark Souls or the coming up with the Elden Ring. Do you think it's easier for someone who doesn't know the game or would like to get introduced to that series itself as well? Would that be easy enough, or is it going to be a bit difficult for me, basically, on this.
Well, it's its own thing, right? It's not. I mean, it's a Souls game, but it's not like Dark Souls, so it's different.
Yeah.
What they mean by a Soulsborne game is just it's punishing. That's what it is. It's you need to learn to parry and when to dodge and go for the iframes and stuff like that. That's what they mean
Okay.
by it. I think it's its own storyline. You could pick it up, and even Bloodborne was like that too, where it's a Souls game, but
Mhm.
it's got its own story, so you can follow that.
Okay.
Yep.
It's just if I like, oh, this Elden Ring. Trance and Senpai have pestered me to get the game and join them and do the recording as join with Senpai. Just
When did we
waiting for-
pester you to get the game?
No.
We're
I'm
just
waiting for
talking
that.
about it.
Yeah, no, but it will build up to that conversation. Like, hey,
Oh,
get the game.
well,
Get
if
the game.
Senpai's playing it, he's playing it with me most likely. Just
Yeah.
because he wants
When
to
you're
catch
right,
all
you're
the
right.
bullshit moments that I'm
Well-
gonna go through in this shit.
And that's the thing too, right? I don't take those games serious. Like I've got so many clips that were saved to my Xbox that I think I can get a hold of on Metal somehow, which is really weird because I
Maybe.
started recently like messing with it, obviously for like in city things, but it like wants
Yeah.
to like take all my Xbox clips, and there's so many of them where like I'll use Chameleon, which basically turns you into a prop, and I'll sit on a ledge by a ladder and then just use like essentially force push to start blowing people off the ladder and kill them with fall damage because. I mean, when it comes down to it, you got to troll even in something like Dark Souls. Like,
Absolutely.
Bella goes, to be honest, if you want similar, easier games to get into those combat mechanics without the massive punishments, you should start with games like Ghost of Tsushima and Jedi Fallen Order. Plus,
Yeah,
they are
yeah.
great games.
100. She's
Yep.
yeah, it's spot on. I mean, Ghost of Tsushima can be overbearingly punishing on certain parts. I do think that for the most part, it's definitely a little bit easier for you to get into. But
Okay.
Jedi Fallen Order, I think, was the easiest one. I picked that one up like the day it came out and played third on like the hardest difficulty, and like it was just second nature doing half that stuff. It doesn't really.
Ledge.
Cool.
No, and it's not like even bragging. It's just you get into like a set thing. Like Dark Souls 3, I'd get invaded every 30 seconds. So not only am I trying to play the game the way it's supposed to, I got like 6 dudes trying to beat my ass in a corner. So like, oops. Like it's
Oops.
you can't get away from like other people, right? So it's like you just eventually get good, or you just your progression halts for a little while until you just stop popping embers, and it's
Yeah.
just one of those things.
Funny enough, I've played Jedi Fallen Order, and I think that was one of the best games ever that I've
Yeah,
seen.
it was good.
Yeah.
Oh man, I loved it.
Imagine all that as well. Bella says, yeah, Fallen Order is definitely easier, but still great fun. We'll have to wait and see. Absolutely, as well.
I mean, if I get Elden Ring, I will tell you guys my experiences with it, so y'all know. I don't know if I'll get it this week, so it might not be next week, but we'll see.
Fine, I'll just laugh
I
at it
get
all
it.
time.
You'll just laugh at me completely. 100%.
Well, it's got to be payback for what happened. Was it last night or the night before? That's all it's going to come down to. That
What?
phasmophobia
What?
thing.
Oh, 2 nights ago.
Listen, I got made fun of. And I
Yeah,
didn't
that was
appreciate it.
funny. That was very funny. It was hilarious. I'm sitting here laughing my ass off at you guys, like for real. Because I'm dead and I can't talk to you. I'm just like, I mean, unless we were in the Discord call, I'm like, I can't say shit. I'm just gonna watch y'all go crazy.
I did not know what was going to happen with this saga itself.
For
so-
those side notes, for those who don't know, we played Phasmophobia a couple nights ago with some other friends of ours, and at one point, Day Senpai and one of our other friends, I'd already died, so that's whatever.
That was my
But
fault.
they-
You died. I'm not even gonna act like
Yeah, it was your fault, 100%. Your
I
fault.
went into the basement with her and I kept teasing her as I was lighting a pentagram that she was standing in front of to summon the ghost. And I was like, yo, you think this ghost will get pissed if I light this last candle? And she was like, yo, don't do it. I'm not ready. And I was like, oh no, I hope I don't fall. And then I lit the last candle and I ran away. And I saw her start running up the staircase only to turn around and scream, I'm dead from the basement as I'm trying to hide in a closet in the bathroom. I was like, oh,
But
well.
then I come back up there and I'm watching this ghost walking around this house. It was a different house. It wasn't that house. It was a different one. And we were they were trying to figure out what the ghost was, and they were in the garage at one point. Him and our other friend were in the garage, and they're like listening to every little thing. Like, I think she's in here with us. Is she in here with us? I think she's in here. And then all of a sudden the ghost starts sounding like, oh shit, she's in here with us. And so they start running out the garage. And I'm just laughing my ass off at these guys, like, just trying to get out of the garage and not die. to this little. And I told y'all later, it was a kid ghost. You guys.
Wait, it gets worse because the door was like a push or a pull, and I was doing the opposite. It was like a fucking pull door, and I'm sitting here trying to push it, so the door opens like a centimeter and keeps slamming on my face. It's like the ghost is chasing us. I'm like, I'm not okay.
And I think he said, "Get the fuck out of here! Let's get the fuck out of here!" And y'all try to get out. So funny. Daddy is himbo confirmed.
I mean, you're not wrong. I'm not going to sit here and deny that one.
Luke says, so are Soulsborne games more about the mindset rather than the skills?
No, I would say it's definitely the skills. The mindset, I think, makes it easier if you don't have the skills. Because, no, I don't know. It's tough, right? Let's say you're using melee weapons. Parrying is obviously something you're going to get skillful with because some of the bosses have attacks you could parry and do a ton of damage. But then you could also just really just use faith magic or like, magic in general and just be a bum and sit back and just fire magic missiles at people repeatedly and do damage. So like it could just be a mindset. It's really up in the air. Each person has their own play style. I do think there's always going to be a level of skill to it because of all the invincibility frames some people get. If you're like naked, you get so many invincibility frames if you're not really wearing armor in Souls games because you'll have a faster like rolling animation that takes you farther, and the whole time you're in the roll, you have invincibility frames. But if you wear heavy armor, you don't really roll. You just kind of sidestep. So you get like a millisecond of invincibility frames, and then it's just, well, someone's going to beat you. So, I mean, there's certainly skills, a skill that's involved to it, but I think more so the mindset matters.
Fair enough.
Just troll. That's all I can tell you. It's more fun that way anyway.
It's always more fun when you troll.
All I could hear is the word troll appear every time for the Soulsborne games.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that'll be it. That's it. So, I believe, are you okay with everything going on with the main discussion? All good?
That was awesome.
That
Love
was
it.
awesome.
I wish they would have advertised this game before it came out, let me tell you.
You can now.
You know what I realized, guys? I just realized that I didn't change the about section in reference to the new show this week. So that's fine. It's just going to be last week's episode. Whatever. Choose every combat mechanic you have to your greatest ability. Hell yeah, Luke. Hell yeah. 100% cheese.
Don't mess about. So, that was the main discussion topic for this week. Talked about the Elden Ring scenario and the saga itself. We'll find out in the next few weeks to find out from Trance and also from Senpai to like give us the latest updates on what's happening on Elden Ring itself. Look,
Trance dies again to the same boss at least 20 mucking million times.
Just say mucking.
Yeah.
I just try to say million times and say fucking same time. And it came out mucking, okay?
Mucking. Never heard of the word.
It was a train collision. It was a word collision.
Mucking.
Yes,
mucking about, yeah. Mucking about. Oh, I don't believe it. I'm so sorry, Senpai, for all the,
I mean, I'm used to it by now, right?
You've been hanging out with me enough. I mean,
listen, it's not like I'm perfect either. I can't words half the time. It hits like 1 o'clock in the morning for me. My brain's dead.
He can't English sometimes. He
or
really
math.
Can't.
Tell you.
That's you? Yeah. I do all the math. I'm gonna do the math over here. It's Olivia's like, let me do the math real quick. And he's just sitting there, and Xander's just sitting there, just waiting.
Listen, as he said a million times, he's just a pretty face. That's all he is.
Well, does that make Olivia? Okay, so question. Do we want to do the interview first, or do we want to do the GTA updates first?
Which one's going to take longer?
I'll leave it to you.
All right, Malcolm, leaving it to you.
Oh.
No, I'm leaving it to you.
Yeah, and I'm leaving it to Malk, so
I'm leaving it to Trance.
Fuck that.
There you go. Back around. You decide.
All right. Do you want me to do it?
You make a decision.
You know what? I want to find out all this GTA RP saga, so let's do that first.
All right.
So
we are mixing up the format a little bit, guys. There you go.
So Normally, we do the GTRP after the third segment. I know you said Sega. Third Sega
Sega.
moment.
I love
Yeah,
it.
third Sega. See, when you said mucking about, it got my words mixed up with the segments and Sega moments as well. Here we go. So basically, normally we do the segment 3 and then the GTRP. Now, because the guys did not decide what they wanted to do, I just said, you know what, we want to get the RP, GTRP.
I really want to know what's got
I
him
got.
upset. I
You're
really
gonna have
want
to tell
know.
me about this later, buddy. Seriously, you're gonna have to tell us all about this later. I'm
Yeah.
really curious.
So basically, we'll find out from these guys as well to hear their thoughts on
So-
the GTRP while I just chill out and relax.
First
So we'll
off,
go-
I will say that earlier, before the show even started, Daddy Senpai is all like, he goes, "Oh, I said we have a lot of updates to go this week," and he's like, "Yeah, you've got a lot of updates to go over." I said, "Fuck that, we're both here. We're gonna go over them together. So you're not putting me in the hot seat alone. We're doing this shit together, okay?"
I put you in the hot seat last week too.
Oh, yeah, you did. Why are we even friends? That's why we're friends.
That could be verse.
Oh my god, poor Sky God's having a hell of a time in the city right now. I'm sorry, dude. I'm so sorry. I feel
Poor
your
Sky.
pain,
Me
bro.
singing DuckTales while I was slinging meth all last night.
So where do we
God,
want to
listen.
start? Where do we want to start, Daddy Senpai?
Where did we
Where do we
leave off
start?
last time?
I don't know. It's a good question.
So
We
basically,
left off that Xander and Olivia were officially together, I think is what we said. That was a big thing. That
yeah.
was huge.
Mm,
And we talked about how
Yes.
that happened. So where do we want to start?
We've got all night, guys. We've got all night with this.
Okay. Well, I don't know if it was blatantly obvious from everything they've heard, but we were a part of the triads for a while, or at least I was
A schwile.
a while.
While. I like it.
For the longest time, it was just me manipulating things from the back end because I was the only lawyer in the city, so it was easy for Xander to kind of just do what he wanted without people being suspicious. Although magically, I got dubbed as a rat somehow. We're not quite sure how that happened. Anyway, it all culminated. Words, English. Let me tell you. With
Not so easy, is it?
one of our fellow guys deciding they wanted to decide and calm me down to help him with something, only to lead him into a trap where he was, I would say, interrogated, but I use that loosely because it's not like they were the greatest questions at all. But it ultimately ended in him getting his right hand cut off with
What?
a machete and then dumped into the pillbox or wherever I was dumped. I couldn't see anything.
What?
Sky God's
Yeah.
all with us on this one. Yeah, same. I'm a rat. 10 brain cells between them all.
That's literally what I claimed, though. And
Yeah.
so then, lo and behold, there was a whole big meeting about it because I gotten framed for something I clearly didn't do. Everybody was like in agreement that I literally had done nothing because it was vanilla.
Vanilla.
I mean, when you're right, you're right. But damn, calling me out. It just became a whole big meeting between the triads, and Xander decided to split ways with him. According to what he had told him, it was going to be temporarily, but he's got no real want to go back unless certain members of them aren't breathing anymore. And I mean, that's pretty much the big thing for him.
And
wow.
part of the reason why is Xander and Olivia, you guys heard they got together last week, right? And and so things really started to get really serious with Xander and Olivia, and they started talking about future together. They started talking about what they wanted to do with their lives and stuff like that. And the next thing they knew, they were planning a wedding. So Olivia and Xander are planning on getting married on March 13th in the city. Olivia has sent out invitations to all of her friends from other cities to come and join, and she wants them to be there. They have pretty much picked up all everything that they wanted to get done. They've planned everything out. They've got the color scheme and everything going on, and they've been spending a lot of time together. And one of the things that Daddy Senpai was talking about with Xander, he had something that he didn't do. He hadn't had time. He's been planning a wedding for the last week. Okay, so and trying to get money up so that they can have a future together. So they found a way finally to make steady income, to make steady money. It's quick cash. but it's pretty good cash, and they're going to try and see if they can work towards their goals. They're going to move out there. They're wanting to get into another house, a specific one that Olivia's already picked out. She loves, and it's kind of sentimental to Xander as well. And I'll let you tell them why that is sentimental to Xander. So I want you to
he's
tell
calling
them.
it out completely over there.
Oh, Sky God, yeah.
Listen, I'm just harnessing my
Thanks
inner
for
Walter
TV.
White. That's what it's coming down.
Where was mine? I didn't get one. What do you mean, where was yours? What are you talking about?
Oh, it was in the whole announcements thing. Everybody was invited at once. I think that's what
Everybody
he
in the
was talking
city's
about.
invited, dude. Like, it's in the announcements. But I'm talking about people who are out of city who aren't in our city that are coming to visit for the wedding specifically. Yeah, it's in the announcements, dude. It's right there.
That's Vanilla. That's tonight. Fun fact. Literally, like that is 4 hours from
That'll be
now. Actually,
interesting.
that's
That'll
what
be
that is.
interesting. That'll be fun. That'll be so
He's
much
also
fun.
trying to buy the entire thing.
Go look at it, dude. It's in the events.
I think
But
he's sitting
no.
on like 40 grand to drop in the club because he can.
Yeah. And of course, Olivia will be working. So there's that too. So hopefully she'll make some money as well. Hi, Viral Josh. We're talking about DJ updates right now, man. But yes, they've been planning the wedding. They've got their location locked down. They've got their color scheme locked down. They've got their bridal party. They've pretty much done everything except write their vows. So I looked at the notes for Olivia's wedding because I have like a document, and he's seen it. But I have a document where everything that's been talked about is written down, and we pretty much got everything ironed out for the characters except the vows for the two.
Well, I gotta change
So
like the best man and most of the groomsmen, I think.
Oh yeah, you do. You do gotta change them. Elbozo.
Yeah. Most of them are triads, so it's just like oops.
But yeah, so yeah, with the triads thing went down. Olivia was right there with him. That was the thing. That was the concern. Olivia went with him to this trap that they had set for Xander. And I think more than anything, he was more concerned for her safety than obviously than his own, because he's that guy anyway. But Olivia wound up dying. She doesn't remember what was said or what happened or how she even got to the hospital because she actually bled out. And Xander didn't bleed out, but he lost a hand. So at the hospital, like she's waking up, he's got no hand. She's waking up, she doesn't know what the hell's going on. He's been seen, his arm sutured up. He told her he told her about what had happened. So she knows what happened, but as a third party situation, she don't remember it. But
we
yeah,
we got all the confirmation from the triads too, because two of the guys that I said led him down there, and then tried to act like it was because they had gotten jumped and were forced to bring Xander around, but he didn't trust him. He didn't trust them beforehand either, so it just kind of happened to work out that way. That it gave them excuse to really manipulate everybody to let them leave without it causing issues. Because typically, when you're in like an organized crime thing, it's you lose a hand or a finger before you can leave. And I mean, he already lost the hand, so what were they gonna do? Take the other one?
So we've been trying. So Xander and Olivia have been trying to find someone to get like a mechanical prosthetic for Xander. He had this little silicone cover thing
that he just referred to as a dildo.
Yeah, he's like, I got a dildo on my hand, and Olivia's like, what's the problem with this? There's not a problem with this.
Oh no!
But yeah, so he had this little cover thing on his hand, and so they wound up getting an actual like molded prosthetic for him. But now they're trying to find a mechanical solution because it's itching the shit out of him. It's very uncomfortable.
Yeah, as I said, I'm going from like the Jaime Lannister fit where I got the metal hand that I'll slap the rings on to keep the pimp hand strong to like the whole Anakin vibe. Like, give me the metal prosthetic that I can at least use as a functioning hand, please. Although it works because I have all the cops take pity on me, so whenever I'm doing something illegal, I'm like, homie, I got one hand. Just let me go about my business. Except for last night. But that was
so yeah. I mean, that's what's been going on. They're working on they're finalizing things for the wedding. They have joined a new organization. They did join a new organization together, and they're planning everything out for the wedding. It's the biggest concern right now, and trying to make money so that they can buy the house that they want and have the life that they want. And they've been talking a lot outside of the city and in emails, as in character emails. So yeah.
who the hell Pettigrew is.
You don't know what? Day
Am I
Senpai, did you
supposed to?
just say that? Did you just say this?
Listen, I've heard the name before, but
Peter Pettigrew?
See?
You don't know who Peter Pettigrew is?
I do not.
Before you say anything, guys, Senpai, I'm so sorry, mate, but whatever happens tonight, Trenton's just gonna kill you.
Listen, don't say
That
anything. I'll
happens.
Google it in like a minute and I'll look.
Yeah.
Oh, I think even Sky God's concerned about this. You don't.
Nah, listen, the name sounds familiar. I'll go look right now before I get abused.
I
Why
cannot
is the first thing
believe
I typed in for Peter
don't
Pettigrew?
know who that was.
Okay, so no, yeah, I don't know who it is because I'm not a nerd and don't care for Harry Potter. So
Up.
Oh,
That's it. French
oh.
is over with. You can't be
Listen,
French. You don't like Harry Potter.
no, it's not for lack of trying either. And the fiance yells at me for it all the time. We tried to watch. So I read the first 3 books, and then they got too long for my pea-sized brain when I was younger, and I was like, I can't read any more of these. So then I stopped. But we tried to watch. I think it was the 4th movie, and I fell asleep like not even half an hour into the movie.
Okay, Vanilla says, wait, we forgot he's a himbo, that's why.
Yeah, no, I can
Right.
focus on a lot of big things, but not Harry Potter for some reason. It's weird.
Kel says no, go Ash versus the Evil Dead route, replace it with a shotgun or a chainsaw. Your hands.
I've been trying to get a shotgun in this city for like 2 months. I'm not even kidding. Like the whole reason they started testing the sawed-off is because like I wouldn't stop pestering people about it, and I still don't have it.
So yeah,
Wow.
that's what's been going on. The wedding's coming up. There's a lot of plans we still are finalizing. I mean, we got the parties organized. Everybody's got their outfits, but we started looking. Olivia and Xander started talking to people about the planning for the actual event because they're having the wedding at the Vineyard. How they're going to set that up, and then we got interrupted because there are problems with people's connections. So. We didn't get
Well,
to finish that either.
No, I finished it.
You finished it? Okay,
you
so
sent
cool.
me back to finish it. So we picked out the limos.
All
I picked
right.
out the color for that, and I asked about arches. Apparently, the guy who's trying to help us get everything doesn't know what the fuck a wedding arch is. So try explaining that to him. It did not go well. I was like, listen,
Yeah.
I'm on the phone with her trying to explain this to the guy as the middleman. And I'm like, listen, you got the wrong dude here.
So if anybody is in another city and has not gotten an invitation, please send me an email and I will send it to you because I had a lot of people I wanted to send emails to. And guess what? I couldn't get a hold of half of them. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, so that's what's been going on with Olivia and Xander. They're getting ready to get married, and they are so in love with being in love. It's the best.
So in love
It's
with
like
being in love.
sickening. It's the most amazing, sickening thing ever.
It's fun.
Nice.
I tried to embarrass everybody that's around. It's like my go-to thing. She did get to meet his father, who's like a big Russian mobster
Yes.
guy too. So that was a thing that happened. So that was
Yeah, that was, and she beat the shit out of him because he was talking shit to Xander, and he's like, "Well, let's go out and fight." And so she go, and he starts fighting him. Xander starts fighting his dad, and Olivia tells his dad, she goes, "If he doesn't finish you, I will." And Xander
Hey, yo.
falls down, and Olivia goes in there and beats the fuck out of his dad.
That
Yeah.
was when I had 2 hands. It wasn't even like he only had 1 hand at that point. I didn't have an excuse.
Fair
So
play.
yeah, it's
Fair
adorable.
play, mate, for that. I'm not going to say
Absolutely
any more than
adorable.
that.
Like, we had one of our friends. She goes, "Okay." She goes, "You guys are so cute. Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna go over here and what did she say? I can't remember what she said.
Jump off a
She
cliff.
said something. Jump off a ledge or something like that. Now she just walks off. The crazy thing is
She's the
married
psychopath
too.
of the city too. That's the
She's
thing, though.
married
Like,
too.
not only is she married, but she's a psychopath, and I love her to death.
She's awesome. Love her to
But
death.
she was like, "Oh, you guys are so cute. I can't take it." And I was like, "Oh, damn."
Right.
I'm innocent.
You're innocent. Innocent?
Listen, I was literally innocent and lost a hand for it. All right. So as far as anyone's concerned,
This is true.
well,
This
they
is all
flamed me.
true.
Hold on, I got flamed because of somebody else. They even mentioned the other guy by name, and I was like, "That's fucked up."
Yep.
So like, there's this dude Kai who's like, a known sociopath too in the city, and they were like, "Oh, we saw you with him because he was trying to peep through a window at the arcade when I was having a private meeting, and he cut my hand off for it."
The private meeting. Yeah. That's what it was. That's what we're calling it.
Yeah,
We're calling it a private meeting.
taking
Private
care of
meeting.
business.
Taking
A
care of
private
business.
meeting.
Yeah. Very, very is what Sky says as well. Very,
Yep,
very,
yep.
very.
Because Xander got caught with him, he had to lose his hand. And then,
I mean,
hey yo,
no,
wasn't that
no, it wasn't.
rude?
It wasn't. Not really.
Okay. I do not know what to say with that next. But basically, have you guys got any more from the GTRP side of things?
No,
Are you
I
okay?
mean, I think that's about
I
it.
think
So
that's
Olivia's
it.
been
No,
talking
yeah.
about her family.
Sky,
that's
yeah,
about
as long
it.
as that one's concerned. But it was because, he got caught talking to fucking Kai that they used that as enough fuel to fucking. Yeah, so what he had been told before he blacked out was that, he had ratted on them in the first time because what happened was the police raided them. And,
You didn't black out.
well, I mean, yeah, I guess technically you're right. I didn't officially black
You
out.
remembered everything. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
that's
I was
true.
like, I made a comment, and Olivia, I was like, well, at least you're still standing or something like that when she got up.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
weren't.
I couldn't see because I had the fucking bag that scuffed over my
Yeah.
head. So even when they took it off, it was
That's
just
what it
still there, and I couldn't see
They did,
anything.
they did.
But yeah, no, they accused him of being a rat the first time, which technically he wasn't even a rat the first time. The police were looking for the leader of their gang so they could, do a raid and like get all the guns because the police knew they had him. And they called Xander because he's a lawyer, so he has his ear to the ground, and I represented like the entirety of the city. So I was close to everybody. And he was like, well, I didn't even know if the guy was in the city, so I asked the dude who was driving the car, who ultimately was the guy who set him up to kind of take the L and get his ass beat. If the person they were looking for is in the city. So then I relayed Xander relayed the information to the police, and that got them raided in the middle of a war with the Triad. So it looks bad. All right, I understood that, but technically, I was never really a rat. And apparently, somebody's ratting on them again, and their shit's getting shut down by the police.
That's
They
bad.
don't fucking hide, and they walk around the city with them on their back. Yep, 100%, Sky Guy.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, so it's just one of those things where the police, and Xander had nothing to do with the second time. He just literally got caught talking to the wrong person. They called him his rat again, and then just cut off his hand. That was it. So
That's
bad.
you. Yeah, that's you. But yeah, so it's been an interesting week.
So now he's on
Planning
a
a wedding and
warpath.
losing a hand.
He's just silently angry.
No
Just
way.
constantly. And like he's adamant that he's gonna protect Olivia no matter what. No matter what.
He's occasionally
Like-
cute. He says a cute thing every now and again.
He
Occasionally he's
does
an
say
idiot.
cute things. He does say cute things. But he's saying how he's like gonna protect her, and he's like saying that he's doing the thing where he's like trying to protect her and saying, I don't want you involved in all this or whatever. And she's like, no, I want to be there because Olivia's not going to sit by and let something happen, on the sidelines. She's not going to do that, especially when it comes to her man. She's not going to do it for sure.
Fair enough.
So yeah,
Fair
there you
dues,
go,
fair dues.
guys.
That is, I believe,
lot.
unless
lot.
there's any more, there should be enough of the GTRP till next week. We will have
next
another episode of Let's find out what's going to happen with Xander and Olivia.
Listen, it's I don't know. Are you familiar with Archer at all, Vanilla? Because if you are, I got a great thing I can help you understand it a little bit better. It'd be like that robot that Krieger has that Cheryl's super
we got
fond
plans.
of.
We got plans. They're trying to figure out how to make it where he can get the mechanical hand he wants. They've been working it out.
Fair enough. I tell you what, guys, unless there's any more, we will stop the GTRP because we've done over 2 hours and 3 minutes. That's not the whole of the segment of the GTRP. Oh, piece side of things. That would be insane, to be fair.
That's 2 segments and a GTRP update, so that's 3 segments so far.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Vanilla.
Hey, yo, all right, bet. I got you. Wait for this. Right after the show.
Damn.
Damn.
Well, we're not going to say any more with that, to be fair. Segment 3 is interviewing the streamer. Now, as I said this at the start, we already done the questions of the new streamer.
Yes.
Of the Senpai. So he's had enough of those new questions. But what we've done for the first time this season is returning questions. These are totally different to what we do with the new questions. And I think this is the first time, Correct me if I'm wrong.
First
Trans?
time we've done it. Yes, absolutely, 100%. First time we've done the
For-
new questions. So this
First
is like
time.
this is like a Bish Bash Bosh premiere of the new questions, you guys.
I know. It'd be like, oh, what's going to happen next? And Senpai will probably come back for more questions on the return to finish them off.
Listen,
as
I'm
well.
free whenever you guys want me to be, so it's just up to you.
Nice. So I've sent Trans the 8 numbered of the questions. That's the fantastic, legendary.
I've got to
Senpai
organize them.
Stone.
Hang on a second. I've got to change one of them too. So,
So basically, what Trans is saying is, I've got everything prepared, ready to go.
Almost.
Well, but yeah, but basically, what's going to happen is Trans again. She'll be asking the questions, but I did the questions the original ones, but for the newcomer of Senpai. But this time, Trans will do the returning questions in quotes.
See, I thought you were gonna
Yes.
lose your mind waiting to ask the questions the first time, because we got to it at like the 3-hour mark, I think it was, when you finally got to
Yeah.
ask the questions. It took us a while.
Yeah. To be fair, because we had a good debate of everything
Oh,
going
yeah.
on.
Okay, I changed one of the questions because it doesn't apply right now. So I changed one of the questions. That's it. We're good. I went from one of the first questions that was chosen in the list to something else. So we're good. We're good. All right, ready? Are you ready for this?
So Trans, again, I'll let you do the honors each and every week.
Because I'm awesome like that, guys. I'm
Oh,
amazing.
okay. Yeah, you're awesome. You're awesome. To be fair, I'm just a guy who's just chilled out, relaxed, and having a bud. Well, not a bud, but having a 7-Up drink. Okay.
All right, so welcome back. You get to get our
Yeah.
premiere of the return streamer questions. So, guys, this is brand new for you guys to hear this for the first time. When we started to do episode season 2, we started sitting and playing that we're going to do new questions for anybody who may return to our stream because we had so many streamers who wanted to come back. But it's crazy that we're doing this first return streamer questions with somebody who's already been here this week, this season. So it's all good. It's great. I love it. I love it. I love the twist.
Yeah.
All right. So, first question I have for you today, Daddy Senpai, is what was a game that you thought you would like but actually didn't when you played
World.
it, and why? Okay, and why?
100%. So I wasn't one of the people that was paying attention to all of New World's trailers and everything that the hype ultimately was for New World. I knew that it was being made.
This is becoming a pattern. I'm seeing this.
Yes. 'Cause I frankly usually don't care, right? I'll catch like the last couple trailers, or I'll see like the last teaser they do, and then I'll go back if it really interests me, and then I'll look into some of the information. But I'm not the type of guy who needs to read articles to figure out a game or watch videos to like get a build before the game comes out, because I'm always like I'm trying to experiment and do it myself. So I usually just go into everything. I'm also the type of guy who's like, I'm like bored, so let me go on Steam and drop like $300 on random games I'm never gonna play because it's got a pretty bright picture in it.
Yeah.
And I managed to avoid everything about New World until a couple of my friends came to me and they were like, it's supposed to be a lot like Albion Online, which I loved. It was like RuneScape, but like more grindy, which I didn't think was ever going to be possible. And I think I really liked Albion because it had like a bit of the nostalgia that I had from RuneScape when I was a kid. So when I heard that New World was going to be Albion but 3D, you were supposed to be able to build like homes just about anywhere and have like homesteads and bases and forts for guilds. I've always been a big MMO fan, and I've always usually been the guild leader because apparently I'm charismatic. I don't see it, but so I've been told.
I see it 100%. Hi, Elementer. How y'all cool to put
How you
faces to the
doing?
name? So good to see you, man. Thank you.
Hello.
I know who that is. You know who that is.
How's it going, buddy?
What's up, buddy? How you doing? So glad to see you, man. You're amazing. Thank you for being here, bud. Yay!
Hi, Eliminator.
All love.
How you doing?
Elementer.
Eliminator, not Eliminator, but Eminent.
I mean, could be that too. We never know.
Yeah, I can't say the words. I'll retire. No, for saying words.
Love you, Malk.
Yeah,
All
love you
the love
too.
to you. Thank you for being here, bud. So glad to see you here, hanging out with us. Go ahead, continue.
Oh yeah, I just totally forgot where I was for a second. So it was like a lot of things were promised from the game, right? And then the beta came out. I got to play a lot of the beta at the time. Work was closed for one reason or another, so I didn't really have anything to do all day. I was able to just really put a lot of time and effort into it. At the same time, I quickly learned that there were going to be issues with the game that they promised they were going to address or look into before the real release of the game, because I think it was like 2 weeks like between the beta and when the game was coming out or something like that.
Mhm.
And ultimately it was just like I was disappointed, right? It felt like the world was oddly empty. It was like running simulator 2021. The whole reason I picked up the game wasn't even content that was ever going to be implemented when it came to like player housing and stuff like that, which I always love.
Mhm.
Yeah, you could craft furniture, but like the gold grind was really hard unless you were like cheesing the system early on when the bank wasn't working, and it was impossible to get into servers with your friends because there just weren't enough servers half the time. It was just hard to do anything, and they were all issues that they said they were going to look into, or parts of the game that they said were promised. And then with the game being so PvP oriented, it kind of sucked that like servers didn't have a cap on like the amount of people that could be in one faction. So I was unfortunately in a server where like the faction I wasn't in was the smallest faction, and I couldn't leave the damn city without just getting stomped into the ground. And I was a life staff user, so like I was the healer and I was the head of the guild, so people knew who I was because I was always around. And I felt like I was targeted too because of the fact that like I had a life staff, and it sucked because there's only so much I'm going to be able to do against like 6 dudes with a rifle that are sitting
Good
like
point.
way out of range. So it's like I couldn't even like leave the city to do anything. So you couldn't automatically complete a bunch of quests. You couldn't do a lot of PvP based things. There were certain parts of the map that like you needed to go to for these things, and you just realistically just were never going to make it over there. And if you did make it there, you were never coming back alive because you had to run through the gates where everybody was sitting, and you typically just got gunned down then and there. So it was just
Yeah, yeah. I think you mentioned some of that when we talked about it last time. I think you did.
yeah, it was just they promised a lot, and for Amazon's first game, I don't think it was awful at all. Um, but it just wasn't what I was told it was going to be, and I was probably the most disappointed I've been with a game since realistically the first Destiny, because that was another big
Sad.
one to me.
So sad. I'm sorry.
It
I'm
happens.
sorry you had to relive all that.
Oh yeah,
In
Destiny.
our little
Listen, I
thing.
have a really bad stance on Destiny. It's just like even now, I don't think either of the Destinies. If you were to combine them both with all the DLC, maybe it's a $60 game. Other than that, I didn't think Destiny ever deserved all the praise it got.
Yeah.
But yes, no, New World burned me. I was super disappointed.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty. Okay. So next question I have for you is, what was a game that you didn't expect to enjoy but ended up liking, and why? So the opposite of that.
Yeah, that's real hard actually. There's a lot of games that I can honestly say were like that. In my youth, Gears of War, when I was younger. By the time Gears 2 came out, and then 3, I was on game battles teams that played it like in person, like tournaments and everything all around me. And I played Gears of War like every day from like the time I got home from school to like the time I had to leave to go back to school. Like I was just powering, I was surviving off of like energy drinks at the time. Everybody was drinking Monster back then, right? So it was
Yes.
just my entire diet was just like Monster and some type of like disgusting greasy thing to keep me going throughout the day. And that was basically all I did was play Gears of War and then go to school. And then even then it was just like I'd stay home from school and get yelled at by my parents and then just play Gears of War some more. And then my family was one of those ones too where they were like, you bought the Xbox, we're not going to take it away from you, but you're a dickhead for staying home from school. So like, I'd get yelled at and disciplined, but they weren't going to take it away from me because I paid for everything myself. um and it's funny because anyone who knows me knows that I'm a coward. I don't like horror things, and I don't like gore is usually what does me in when it comes to horror things. And I mean, it's Gears of War, so there's a lot of blood and guts, and like you chainsaw people in that thing. So I absolutely love Gears of War, and to this day, my favorite voice actor of all time is the guy who voices Marcus Phoenix too. He was also Schnitzel and Chowder, if you were unaware of that, which is one of my favorite like things anybody's ever done because
I didn't know
Schnitzel was
that.
great. Yeah, it's Jake the dog in Adventure Time. Um, I absolutely, it's just I don't know. I loved Gears of War, and even though the games got really bad for a while, like Halo did, which Halo was another one that was like my big foray into FPS games. Like everybody who had an Xbox back in the day, Halo hit
Yeah.
that point where it just wasn't good anymore to a lot of the people who had been playing it for years, particularly 4 and 5. And then Infinite came out and it fixed itself. I'm hoping when we do get that final installment of like the trilogy that they're doing for Gears of War now, it'll be that thing that fixes it. Because I think taking the focus away from the main character that they established in 4 and changing it to one of the side characters in 5 just kind of hurt it a little bit. I don't think it was necessarily a bad thing because the story got really cool at one point, but I didn't care for the character, so it just kind of sucked. And then it's one of those things where if Marcus ever dies, I riot, and then I just don't play the game. I turn it off in the cutscene. He dies before he dies, and then I just don't ever come back to it. So.
Oh no. Vanilla, go save the poor himbo.
Yeah, I don't do
Right.
horror at all. My family makes fun of me because I couldn't even watch Jurassic Park, and that's a thriller for like the longest time when I was a kid because I was a coward. When I was little, my mom traumatized me with a slasher flick. I think it was one of the Chucky movies when I was like real little, and then she started to tease me for it, turn out the lights in the house, and really make fun of me for it. So then it just kind of stuck.
Oh,
It was like
wow.
anytime there was like any type of thriller or suspense thing, I was running down the room, like down the hallway, screaming and turning all the lights on with me. That was it. So it was an embarrassingly late time before I could even watch Jurassic Park.
Poor senpai. Unbelievable. I can't believe that. That's just
I'm not even.
shocking.
It's funny with how bad it was now, but like looking, my family still makes fun of me because I want to see the new Jurassic World when it comes out. My mom's like, "Are you sure you're going to be able to handle that?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I'm turning 30
Well,
soon. Come on."
Yeah. Oh,
All
fair
right.
enough.
Next question I have for you, number 3, is going to be: if you could co-stream with a famous streamer, who would it be and why?
That one's actually very easy for me. I thought at first when you said co-stream with a famous streamer, there was that split second where I was like, "Oh shit, I'm never gonna think of anyone." It would be Michael Jones from Achievement Hunter. He got real popular because of the rage quit things, where he'd play games meant to piss you off, and he would scream into the microphone like an asshole for like half an hour at a time until like he like ripped his voice box to shreds, and even he admits it. Because they have like their own thing that they do as a podcast, and he was like, "My voice doesn't sound anything like it did because I would scream so often that like I really think I destroyed my voice box at one point." It's just one of those things.
Along the stories of trauma.
Yeah.
Trauma.
But
trauma episode. There we go.
I've watched Achievement Hunter forever, really, since they started, because I was huge as a Red versus Blue fan when I was a kid. I loved
Yes.
Halo, so when Red versus Blue came out, I loved that. I got into like Rooster Teeth, and then they had a podcast, and once Achievement Hunter was like big and bigger, I kept watching it. And people have come and gone. They've had controversies and stuff like that's gone on, but I've always loved the stuff. I go to RTX just about every year in Austin, so it's another one of the cons that I try to knock off as much as I can. And I think he'd be a lot of fun to stream with. Most of the guys and girls from Achievement Hunter I would love to stream with, but him in particular, because of his chaotic energy and how angry he can be sometimes, I think would be hilarious, because I can be just there with him.
Nice.
That's mad. That's
nice,
mad.
nice. I love it. Next question, number 4 of your 8 questions. I don't know if you've been watching a lot of streamers lately, but what are your top 3 most watched streamers that you would recommend to the viewers? And it could be somebody that you watched before that might still be streaming now, so you can mention that as well too.
When I was younger,
it's us.
It's us.
To be fair, I've never caught any of the streams of you guys actually playing a game. Right, the only time I've ever caught you has been here. Because I can't technically sit here and watch the stream when I'm playing Grand Theft Auto with Trance. So like, yeah, he wants attention. He's not going to leave me alone now.
So cute. Hi, kitty. Hello.
This is Ollie. He forced himself to throw up on the way to the vet earlier today because he wanted to be a douche.
Yep, cats do that. Hi, pretty baby. You're so pretty. Go ahead.
So I'm trying to think of 3. Obviously, anyone from Achievement Hunter. I just want to group them together so that way it doesn't take all 3 of them, because they all stream individually as well. Michael and this other guy, Matt, from there, the 2 ones I watch the most, I think, because Matt is a big Nintendo fan, so he plays a lot of games that the other guys don't play. He played like Dragon Quest Builders and stuff like that, so things that you normally don't see bigger streamers play, he actually brought into the limelight, and it was pretty cool to see some of that stuff. You could smell the sake on my breath, huh?
Smells good.
When I was younger, I think that's what I was originally starting with. Tobuscus is one of my favorite like YouTubers to watch, if anything. I still think his content's great, especially the literal trailers that he did forever ago.
Nice.
And I don't know who the other one would be. There's a couple that I go back and forth between watching. Typically I'll even just watch it, and it's not like an individual person, but I'll sit on like the Smite Games one because I'm a big Smite player, and I'll watch like Smite's official live streams.
Nice.
And just kind of hang out there, which there were a couple games that I got into where they were highlighting some of the dumb shit I was doing one time, and it was hilarious because I was not taking the game serious, and I got yelled at by like a couple thousand people that were watching the stream because I was being an idiot.
Wow.
I'm a big fan of Blink Teleport, and anybody who plays Smite knows that that's just never a good thing when you're
Mhm.
playing a support character, because you just put yourself in situations to die over and over again. But those are the big ones for me. I don't watch too many other streamers these days. I mean, you know, I come and I check the VODs from here if I can't make a show or anything too, because, you know, support the homies.
Yeah.
But I've been
Hell
trying to
Oh,
get a
yeah.
little
love
bit better
you,
with it.
buddy.
There you go.
We love having you here. We love that you come and check us out. It's awesome. It's nice.
Absolutely.
All right. Next question I had, number 5, is if you had the power of one video game character, whose power would that be and why?
All right, so could they be from like multiple sources of media, but like they only like just, you know, because they're in a game too? Would they still count?
I'll let you have that one.
Yeah. I mean,
Go for it.
everybody who knows me knows I'm a Dragon Ball fan, right? So I really got to sit here and give you a Dragon Ball character. The question is which one? Because there's always Goku, who, you know, is himself. Beerus is the god of destruction, but there's something about Cell. I mean, he is my favorite Dragon Ball villain, so I'd have to give you that one. He kind of has just everybody's DNA in him, so he's got like all their powers just kind of at his use. So I'd have to go with that, right? He's got the multiple forms, so he gets stronger over time as he. Well, I mean, he absorbs people, so maybe not that, but
I love how nonchalant he makes this. He goes, oh yeah, he absorbs people, so maybe not that.
but I would say it would have to be, you know, Cell or Frieza. So the two big villains of Dragon Ball, those would be the two I've got to go for.
Nice. Awesome. Cool. All right. Next question I have for you is, what is it? Now this is going. We're gonna go back because I know that you're still working on getting set up for streaming now. I don't think you've really done anything with it yet.
Yeah, I've been like too sick to really get out and
Yeah, I know. I get that.
do anything.
So before, when you were streaming before, what was a tradition that you used to do, or just something you would do to hype yourself up before a stream?
I didn't really do anything before stream. I mean, I always listen to music, right? So it was just kind of like I did realistically throw on whatever. It's usually some type of heavy metal or death metal, and just kind of zoned into it for a little bit. Mostly because if you're singing a heavy metal song, your voice is going to be warmed up to talk to me. He just got his nails cut, and it's the only reason I'm letting him do this. Otherwise, he'd be stabbing me in the back.
I know. There's multiple times that we've been in the city, and you've had to say, "Give me a second, gotta go in my head. The cat's clawing my back."
Yeah, this is what he does. But he doesn't have his claws right now. They just got all cut so he can come up there.
Oh, he's so cute.
He does this all night.
Lovin's. He's the Lovin's.
It's he hates the fiance sometimes, and it's the funniest thing to me. Like, you know, he wants to cuddle her occasionally, but he's temperamental when it comes to me. If I like look at him wrong, he gets upset and he'll run away. But he's always trying to sit on my shoulder like a bird.
Kitty thinks it's a bird. Kitty thinks it's a birdo.
Much. He was raised by dogs, so he'll pant like a dog sometimes. It's the funniest thing. Like, he doesn't act like a cat.
That's so damn cute. I love it.
He's also
He's
got
adorable.
a demented foot.
Aww.
I don't remember what the question was.
I'll go back to it. Tradition that you used to do before a stream, or something you did to hype yourself up.
So I did, like I said, I listened to a lot of, like, you know, metal music, and would really get into it because it warmed up the vocal cords. And I would stream for a good bit of time. It wasn't like, you know, it was usually like 4 to 6 hours, because at the time I wasn't really working when I was mostly streaming, because it took off so fast. I didn't really need to look for a second job anymore. And then Hurricane Florence hit in North Carolina, and that pretty much destroyed the place I worked at, so I didn't have a job from there.
Yeah.
And I just kind of did whatever for the longest time, and it was mostly just like that, or music, or occasionally, because I had my own Discord server for everything. Before the stream, I'd have some guys, if they wanted to, like, we'd play Jackbox, like the party pack game. So we'd do a lot of that stuff, like Fibbage and stuff like that, just to have like a good laugh.
That's fun. That's fun.
Sometimes it would transition, like, you know, we'd be having so much fun, we'd change what we were going to stream for the night and just kind of throw Jackbox up, or Trivial Pursuit, because I'm an idiot. So, you know, when I beat you in Trivial Pursuit, like, you know, it's sad on your part.
Bragging rights.
Exactly. It's like, you know, when the dumb one beats you, that's it. And then that was up until, you know, around the time once PUBG started taking off, all of it really changed. It was just kind of, I didn't really have anything from that point going on. Just did whatever.
Nice.
And then eventually 90% of my streams became drunk streams. So I was always drinking when I was streaming. So it's just like, I pre-gamed a little bit on those.
Reese wants us to have drunk streams, more drunk streams.
Yeah.
completely. Sky,
Drunk streams are fun.
PUBG's sick. I played that.
I
I
can't
can see you playing that, Sky God. Seriously.
I can't play anything without a controller that requires me to shoot. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's bad. Like it's hard enough for me to get used to 5M with a mouse and keyboard because I played Grand Theft Auto on a controller, and there's
Yep.
so many buttons in 5M that like you can't map every. Even with my paddles on my Elite controller, I don't have enough buttons to like map anything. So I basically now when I fly a helicopter, steal a plane, or even driving more and more lately, I've been switching to using the controller, and it's like a noticeable difference because you're easy to just kind of fine tune your movements on a controller, and you can
Yeah.
really drift around corners. I think significantly easier.
I noticed that you've been getting better at driving lately.
Yeah, suspiciously, right?
I
It was 'cause
noticed
I
this.
switched to using a controller.
So weird. How did this come about?
That, and, I started buying cars that are actually worth something too, so it's easy for me to handle
Yeah.
now. I'm not driving a boat on wheels because Jesus, that was half my car.
Oh, that reminds me. Xander bought a brand new car for him and Olivia too. Fancy ass car.
That thing off right
The
away
Pro
too.
Gen. The Pro Gen, yeah. I forgot about that. All right.
Nice.
So, okay. Next question. Second to last question I have for you today. I know that you're still working on getting it set up for your return to streaming, but how did you come about your current brand?
So, two songs actually, right? Kind of led me to where I am. Originally, when I had started streaming, I think I told you guys that I wasn't Daddy Senpai. It was King Charming for a
Yeah,
while,
yeah.
and that was mostly because my friends always said that I was charismatic, and I never understood what the hell they meant by it. Ignoring the fact that I was a salesman for years and everything like that, it's just kind of like I thought I could talk to people because as long as you don't talk to people like they're an idiot, they tend to like you.
Yeah, it's true.
And I kind of just chalked it up to that. I didn't realize I could make friends as easy as I did at the time, but there's a Lonely Island song where it's called the compliment song, where it starts off as them just gradually complimenting one another, and then it becomes really sus really fast. And the quote that I got it from was, "My man's not a prince, he's King Charming." So then that's where that came from. And then it became like a running joke that I had taken a Lonely Island song and made it like my thing because it blew up. We called everybody was a part of the kingdom was the community and everything like that. So it just kind of
Yeah.
worked that way. We kind of built the whole thing on Mixer because they let you name your currency and
Yeah.
didn't really have necessarily bits, but it was just like whatever you named your currency was the bits. And we had done everything. We had like the whole theme kind of fit around that, and it just kind of worked. But because I was a troll the whole time, it didn't even matter though. Like it didn't matter what I called myself, I was still an idiot. And I think that was like part of the je ne sais quoi. But when it came to this, and it came to like switching my name, there is actually a song that's called Senpai, and the first lyrics of the song are "Ecchi till I die, all the ladies call me Senpai." That was something my friend sent me. Was just like a TikTok that originally had the first line from that in there, coupled with a couple other things, and we kind of took it and ran from it because as a running joke, he had always called me daddy because I was older than him, and he thought he was embarrassing me. But I was like, homie, nobody embarrasses me. Like I don't get embarrassed. So then that's where it came from. It came from a friend thinking he was an idiot and embarrassing me to something I kind of just hit the ground and started to kind of run with a little bit. And then it became my Xbox gamer tag, and it became PlayStation Network name and a couple other things. So it's just kind of evolved. And then I've had Twitch accounts before, but God forbid I could sign into them and actually keep the name. So I had to add the to it and then a couple extra I's.
Yeah.
Because originally when I'd made it, I didn't have to add anything to it. But I'm dumb, so forgot all the passwords and email addresses because.
Hey, don't feel bad. Don't chalk that to you being dumb. I do that all the time. Like
It's
I'm
weird,
like,
right?
what the hell? And I
Sometimes-
cycle through the same like 5 passwords.
Yeah, no,
So,
me too.
yeah.
And that's what I don't get, right? But then I also get to those points where like you go to change your password and it tells you can't change the password to the existing password when you tried that to like sign in like 3 different times. And I'm like, all right, well, like listen, either I'm stupid or like the system's rigged.
It's madness, isn't it? It's just
It could be
downright
rigged.
disgrace.
I think it's rigged. 100% think it's rigged.
Oh,
All right,
shit.
last question I have for you today will be, if there was one book series that you have read any time in your history of life and that you can make into a video game, what would it be and why?
Do I look like I? No, I'm kidding.
I mean, damn, everybody reads something.
No, yeah, actually, so Star Wars had a book that came out. I think it was called Death Troopers, if I remember the exact name of it. But it's pretty much about an Imperial like prison where like a zombie outbreak starts on it essentially and turns all the stormtroopers and like the people in there into like just zombies. And it's
Yeah.
actually like a really decent book. I mean, it's not great by like any means, but like as far as shitty like sci-fi like spin-off books go, it was pretty good. I think it'd be pretty cool to see like a zombie apocalypse in the Star Wars universe. I mean, they already have like the Rakghouls. If you guys are familiar with like the Knights of the Old Republic, like all of that stuff.
Yeah.
That's like a big thing, on Terrace, and then Terrace gets blown up, so then the Rakghouls are on the ground with everyone else, so then it spreads to other like planets and shit. But they're like legitimate zombies. They're not like creatures that you mutate into if you get hit. Bit by
Yeah.
one of them. So it was pretty cool to see something like that because it was like a horror take in the Star Wars universe, and you don't really see much of that. You'll get like little snippets of like levels in certain video games where they do like a little bit of horror. They try to introduce it. Like I think Republic Commando does that at a certain point. I think it's like a Kashyyyk mission or something like that. But you don't really see anything in that sense. And I think doing more with horror in Star Wars could go a long way because realistically, I mean,
Cool.
universe is a big place and they're in their own galaxy. So
Well,
That's
yeah,
true.
definitely.
So I just realized something, guys. Trance can't count. That was only 7 questions because I accidentally skipped over one of the questions. So I'm going to ask that question as your last
Oh, trans.
Fired.
Trans.
question.
Rejected.
Hey, I mean, who's going to read the notes when I leave? Come on, let's be honest.
I could make notes.
Last question, and this is actually a
Okay.
really good question to end this interview on because it kind of falls into play with some of the stuff we've said in the previous interview questions. What are some things that are thought or said about streaming that you have found to be true, and what are some things you have found to not be true?
That's hard, right? Because it goes back and forth for each person. So like stuff that I might agree or disagree with might not necessarily be the case for you two, for example. I never found it that hard to realistically grow as a streamer so long as you actively put in the effort and the time to do it.
Yeah.
I also think that you do need to be in the right mindset. You hear all the time that streamers have to take break for mental health reasons, or streamers are like some of the most
Yeah.
depressed people out there and admit themselves into like, places to help look after them after the time because they don't like being in the spotlight. I think when you get into streaming, because people look to you as an outlet for their own depression and things like that, you need to be well aware of what you're getting yourself into ahead of time. Yes, it's a nice hobby. Yes, it's a career in the long run. But first and foremost, aside from you being an entertainer, you're almost like a beacon for a lot of people. And I think you need to realize that you're also going to be a huge impression on like a younger audience's life. It doesn't matter if you stream since it's 18 plus. They're going to be kids that show up. So
Yeah.
when people come to you, you've seen it in a couple instances, I'm sure, throughout the case of the internet, that like people are just nasty to people and like tell them just looking for attention when they say that they're depressed, and like the thing that gets them through their day is like, the streamer doing their thing. It's just you got to keep in mind that you're not just there for yourself, you're there for other people, and that's what I've come to learn, and something I've picked up on through streaming, that a lot of people tell me it's about you when it's not really about you, it's about those around you, and you're kind of just the thing that brings them together.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
100%. When I started my community, and anybody who's in my community now will know, especially my first founding 50, they know that when I started the community, I wanted it to be a safe haven for everybody. I wanted everybody to feel like they could come here, get away from what's been going on in life, have somebody to talk to if they needed someone to talk to. Because I kind of did that in my life anyway. I was that person anyway, which I'm pretty sure you've kind of picked up on. But who talks? Who does the person who everybody talks to talk to when they're having problems? So, I mean, so it was really kind of so in Calm Theory, we're studying uses and gratification right now, right? In the way that people use media. Well, and so this way, like for me, it's like a gratification of it is being there for those people who need somebody to be there for them, as well as a use for my own outlet for having people to talk to, and it's all pretty much being in it together and just having a good time, just vibing, chilling, enjoying a game, hanging out, having a conversation, laughing our asses off about some stupid shit I've done or said, or some stupid shit someone else did or said. So, and just forgetting the world for a little bit in our little bubble of, almost like protection, if that's the best way to put it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that I was always very, very big about. So I completely understand and agree with you on that 100%, Jason, by 100%.
Is that all the questions, Trans?
That is all the questions. I only missed the one. I was so proud of myself.
I really didn't feel like it was 8 questions.
That was 8 questions. I promise.
That was quick, to be fair.
It was very quick.
So
it's okay though.
I'm not complaining. I thought fair play. That was so quick. It was like Speedy Gonzalez. It was like, well, quick. To be fair. So I know he doesn't do that, the Speedy Gonzalez, but I was trying to do like an F1 themed. But imagine him doing that.
I'm surprised with this culture that he hasn't been canceled yet. Is he still a thing?
That's a good point.
right?
Don't
I mean, they
know.
are with Pepe Le Pew and a couple other Looney Tunes, so like I'm really surprised
Yeah.
Speedy Gonzales is still
Yeah.
around.
Yeah. That's
Cancel
madness.
culture.
So, this is the part where everyone will be going all mental. And I say this mental because this is the Ask Us Anything segment. This is the last segment of the evening. We talked about, obviously, the PC console news. We talked about the main discussion topic of Elden Ring. A lot of it. We talked about GTA RP. That's the saga that you need to find out in next week's episode. And then,
What's
we
going on with
talked
that?
about yeah, what's going on with that? We'll have to find out
Nothing.
next. You never know. You never know what happens in a week.
I
Let
feel like
alone-
as it gets closer to the wedding date, Olivia is going to get a little more frantic.
I
Yeah.
think she's gonna be a bridezilla. I foresee
I don't
it
think she
coming.
will be a bridezilla unless somebody fucks up her day. And she's already admitted that.
Uh,
Somebody comes and fucks up her wedding day. She's already admitted she's going to go full bridezilla on them. She does not care.
Welcome to the Bish Bash Bash podcast, which will give you the live exclusive of the wedding, but make sure that she doesn't get pissed off at that.
Yes.
Is there as
Truth.
well.
100%.
And then the Ask Us Anything guys. So you can either ask me, Trance, or the legendary Senpai, or you could ask us a question for all of three of us. So basically, just please specify if it's a particular question to one of us, or two of us, or all of us. If it's all of us, and you don't put the names on, that's accepting that we are answering the question as a whole, pretty much.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear about the thing Sony's doing with the PlayStation Network and how they're revamping it like a Game Pass?
No, I didn't hear about that.
Didn't they like try to stop like the PlayStation, which it's kind of like the PlayStation now, but like they're trying to incorporate it a bit because they had.
Yeah, they're pretty much there's 3 tiers to it essentially. The first one's they have specific names. I don't remember what they're called. But the first one's pretty much just going to encompass like PlayStation Plus like it is. You know, you get the 2 free games like every month or whatever it is and you get the online play. Then there's another one which pretty much has their Game Pass essentially. It's got like 300 games, which is the thing you just mentioned. They're going to try and incorporate that to it.
Mhm.
And then there's like a third tier, and I don't remember where it was that I had read it.
Is
I
that-
accidentally closed out the article.
Was that with PlayStation Now, as such? Because that's where
The second tier is the PlayStation Now one essentially.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
And then
My bad.
no, you're fine. And then there's a third one, and I don't remember what they were calling it, but it's like $16 a month, so it's a little bit more than Yeah, I think it's a little bit more than Game Pass Ultimate. 'Cause I think Game Pass Ultimate's like 15. But it's supposed to include even more than that. And I'm like, is it like every PlayStation game that's out then instead of them being on a revolving like rotation? Because like that's all I could think of.
It's a good question. I don't know.
That's a
We had to
good
look into that.
question.
Maybe we'll look into that next week or something. We'll figure out what's going on with that, and maybe we can get some more information for you guys.
That will be the money gone from all of us, like money trade or money rain.
I don't have a PlayStation, so.
Oh,
I do. I have
mate.
2.
All right,
See, it's
go
not that I have
there.
anything. I have
Go
nothing
swear.
against PlayStation though.
But how come you're not buying? How come you haven't?
I don't
got
have any
one?
consoles right now other than the Switch because I mean I play everything on PC, so I don't need the consoles right now. Everything I play
That's
hasn't
fair.
been an exclusive.
That's
It's all PC
100%.
and that console, so why bother?
Fair-
What I do need is
fair
an external hard drive because I think I've only got a terabyte in this thing, and this thing is constantly full. So I got to go get a big external.
I've got 2 terabytes internal that I have not installed yet. I need to put it in. Like legit.
Oh,
It's sitting here for forever.
I thought you was
I
going to
bought
do.
it.
I thought you was going to do one of those giveaways. Like I've been very
No.
good to you lately. To be
Yes,
fair.
I know you have. You bought me lunch for 2 weeks straight, and I appreciated it very, very much.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Today I bought my own lunch. Thank you.
Yeah.
How many
Yeah.
quid was that?
Yeah, that was a lot, mate.
A lot
to
of
be
quid.
fair. A lot of quid, yeah.
Yeah, the second order was kind of pricey. I remember.
Yeah.
Because of the
yeah.
way it was set up. But I mean,
Yeah.
there's nothing I can do about it. I don't set the prices, Malcolm. Sorry.
There's nothing you can do about that.
No,
I
I don't
don't-
set the prices, Malcolm. I'm sorry.
Listen, I only brought it
don't.
up because I think quid is just an obnoxious way to call anything money or dollars.
Call it quids. Call it quids on that.
Quids.
Quids. Yeah, you can say £1.
Quidditch.
£1.
I could have said pound. Yeah, I could have.
It could
£1.
pound, yeah.
It
Still
wasn't a
funny,
pound.
though.
It's not a pound. It wasn't a pound. It was like It was £20. It was for the first one. I think it was. This one last week's. I think it was a bit much. And
I'm sorry. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
I hope she enjoyed.
I enjoyed it thoroughly. Mel. It
Yeah.
was so good. Thank you so
Nah.
much.
So if
No.
there
I
were
really do
like
appreciate it.
English specific things out there, what would you recommend I try? Like any specific snacks that you guys have that we don't really have? Any weird flavors? Because I know like Pringles does like that, and Lay's where they're like, "Oh, you're from the UK, you want tea and crumpet flavored Pringles? Here you go, homie. Have 'em."
There is so much wrong with that statement you just said.
How is there anything wrong with that? That's literally what they do. They have like calamari flavored Pringles in Japan. It's the same thing with like tea and
That
crumpets.
would be amazing. Calamari flavored Pringles would be fantastic.
The problem is in the UK, we don't have the luxury of the extra flavored that you guys do. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen a pizza version of Pringles. I was
Yeah.
like,
have that.
we haven't got that. I'll have to get one of those, those imported shops.
Yeah,
One of
well,
those
that's what made me think of it because I'll get like the TikTok ads where the guys like packing somebody's order and like their whole channel is the people asking them to pack. Oh, hey, order like 59, 69, 420 is me. Can you pack it? And the dude's like, oh yeah, here's some like jalapeno popper like North Korean Lay's, and I'm like, what is this? Like, where did all this come from? Why didn't we get any of this? They're like, oh, this is like that rare Taiwanese like pickled pig's feet with like chili powder on it or something, and I'm like, I don't know what is this? Where was I?
Not in Taiwan, apparently.
Apparently, I need to go to Taiwan to try half of this stuff they're getting.
The problem is
kimchi flavored anything.
Yeah. The problem is though, we haven't got like the luxury that you guys have, like with the extra, like you guys have strawberry Fanta, which I absolutely love.
We have strawberry Fanta. When the hell did that become?
Yeah, there's a strawberry Fanta.
What is that?
I love strawberry Fanta. It's so good.
There was a strawberry Fanta.
It's amazing.
I think you said Fanatic Fanta.
Yeah, that too.
There's loads. Have you ever had peanut butter? Oh, I can't think of it now. Peanut butter.
What's it like? What's
it's
it like?
like little cakes, little chocolate cakes, like bites. They did that with the white version, the white chocolate version. Oh yes.
Oh, the Reese's. Reese's.
Yeah. Reese's, I think it is.
Reese's with the peanut butter on the inside and the white chocolate on the outside.
Yes.
That's Reese's. Yeah.
Yeah. That. Have you ever tried Twix white chocolate version?
No,
I have not had white
chocolate
chocolate
Twix.
But
I didn't.
Oh.
We do have a cookies and cream Twix though, which is very, very good.
Do they?
What?
I've never seen that.
Yeah, it's a cookies and cream Twix, which is so good.
I'm
like, oh my god.
Do you like caramel? Do you like dairy?
Oh, I love caramel.
Do you like dairy milk caramel?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of that before?
Yeah.
Have you ever tried the nibbles? Not in phrasing words, Vanilla, before you say anything else. There's an actual one called caramel nibbles, which is like little buttons, but it's like caramel inside. Fantastical that is.
Never tried it, but that sounds amazing. It does.
They had. Have you ever tried Oreo?
Yeah.
Mini Oreo dairy milk. If you're on Google now, type in the word dairy milk Oreo. It's like in the packet.
I think I've seen those.
Look,
we
like
do
little
have
bites.
those.
It's like little bites, but they have it.
We have those.
Yeah.
I think we just got those like the last few years.
Yeah, I don't know. There's certain things that I don't think should ever be the flavor of anything, like strawberry Fanta. No, not okay with it. First of all, anybody who likes cotton candy soda is a psychopath, and you're never changing my mind. If you like cotton candy soda
is pretty fucking crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Cotton candy soda is pretty insane. Now, I will say that Faygo has like a candy apple flavored soda, which I'm not a big candy apple fan. I'm not a candy apple fan, but I actually like it. It's really good. It's smoother than you think it would be.
I don't get how Jones Soda just even exists. Like they make all the weird stuff, and like
Jones Soda has amazing flavors.
Cotton candy like soda? No, go away. Like please. That's
extra
you need
sugar.
like at the checkout, right? At every grocery store that has Jones Soda, you need like a cop nearby. So like when somebody buys it, you just wave the cop over and it's like take him out. That's it. Man decides he's a serial killer in the waiting. Man, I'm telling you, those are the only people that drink cotton candy soda. I don't care what anybody says. There's that, and then
Watch
there's
this guy. He's on the watch list now. He got the cotton candy
there's
soda.
pickle soda too. Like pickle soda is an actual thing. I don't know if it's through Jones,
I
but if
don't
you buy
like-
pickle soda,
that's
like you are getting
ridiculous.
arrested. I'm sorry, just
Pick-
no.
pickle
That's a
soda.
little
Maximum, yeah,
ridiculous.
pickles. First of all, like I don't know what it is with like white girls and drinking pickle juice, but like that's wild all on its own because that's a lot of
I don't
vinegar.
like that either.
And that's salt. But like pickle soda, no. Pickle flavored anything, like pickle chips or anything like that, no. Stop, please.
I don't
What is
mind the
wrong with
pickle
you?
chips so much, but
Mm.
I absolutely love pickles in general. But I don't like pickle juice. Like, I mean, if it's like from the pickle itself, I don't mind it. But the juice itself, I don't drink that shit. I don't drink it. I don't know how people can. How?
Sort it out.
Come on,
Trans,
it's just
doesn't it?
vinegar for real.
That's really all it is. It's just vinegar and salt. That's all that's in pickle jars half the time. Like get that away from me.
Vanilla goes, I do love trying some nibbles.
I knew he was trying to do the phrase
Knew
here.
it was coming. Knew it was coming.
Yeah.
You knew it was coming.
I'm trying to think one more. Just trying to think what more. I'm trying to
A
think.
lot of weird things out there that are disgusting. I don't know how they exist.
Well,
I found
There's
out that
nothing special that you guys have specifically that we don't have.
the problem is, it's just basic stuff that we've got. Like Walkers, it's like Lay's, crisps.
yes,
Okay.
bacon flavored soda too. Yes, Cal is 100% correct. Like no, why? Right? Like first of
Why is
all,
that
I'm a
big?
firm believer in like regular bacon's not God's gift to the earth that everybody else seems to think it is.
Thank
but like
Thank you.
bacon flavored soda does not need to exist either.
I need to try that just for a laugh, just to see what it tastes like. I know it tastes like
It's
bacon.
gonna taste like salt, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is crazy.
But it like because in here it's like Walker's crisps, but over there it's like Lay's crisps, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
They did like all different types of flavors, like for a limited edition as well. They had like oh shit, what was it now? I need to have a look at it quick while you guys discuss. There was one called like Walker's limited edition crisps.
See, Walker's is just like Lay's in the sense that they'd be releasing some stupid flavors. And did you see that? I don't know if you guys are aware, but like those of you in like America, Heinz makes like the pre-made, like people mix ketchup and like mayonnaise to like make like sauces and stuff like that. They
That's
sell
so
like the
weird.
pre-mixed bottles, but they didn't just stop there. They were like, let's mix like relish and mustard and put that in a bottle. Let's mix like everything and put it in a bottle. I'm like, all right, well, listen.
Relish and ketchup, I kind of can get. That's pretty good, actually. I get it.
Separately
like-
putting them on a hot dog, okay, but like you don't need to mix them in a bottle together.
Fair, good point. Kel goes, there's a shop in San Antonio called Soda and Pops that sells it. Tried it once as a dare. Oh my god, it's horrible. That's like never mind, I'm not gonna go there.
Do you like prawn cocktail? Do you like prawn cocktail? Like crisps.
What cocktail?
Prawn cocktail crisps.
It's just like a
Prawn
short
cocktail
cocktail
crisp?
crisp. Is that all it is?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's one called
that's the name.
Skips. I don't know if you heard of it. It's like light. It just melts in your mouth, and it's just like amazing.
Oh, it just
You know
sounds
what's
like
on
a
about?
Red Lobster cheddar biscuit. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. You've killed me now. To be fair, basically, the Walker's crisps, they had some limited editions at the time.
Okay.
Like the Pizza Express pizzas. Do you have Pizza Express?
That's the name of the
down there?
pizza place in Toy Story? Because that's what that sounds like. No, that's
Uh,
pizza.
That's pizza.
it-
Yeah, pizza Planet,
It
yeah.
was like it's just a normal pizza place.
Is it
but
like
they
a
had the-
Domino's for you guys essentially, where it's like a chain?
Yeah, but it's not as
Popular.
greasy. It's not as
Got it, okay.
greasy as Domino's, but they do like the American hot pizza crisps, flavored crisps. They had one of them. They had another one called the Gourmet Burger Gourmet Burger Kitchen. I couldn't say the words. Gourmet Burger Kitchen, and they had the classic cheeseburger flavored as well.
Oh,
They had.
wow. That's not too bad. Cheeseburger flavored
Nando's?
potato chips
Yeah.
ain't so bad.
Have you got Nando's around there as well?
I don't know what that is. No.
Nando's is like proper chicken, like food place. They had the peri peri chicken flavored as well, but they had all sorts of different ones. They even had a Christmas theme. They had like the turkey and stuffing flavored. They had all those weird flavors at the time, but obviously they were limited edition. They were only there for like
You guys
Uh,
have Galaxy Minstrels.
yeah.
We don't have anything like that here, I don't think.
Don't you?
I mean, it might be like M&M's, but that's about it.
oh,
They have a
okay.
hard glazed shell, and the slogan is "They melt in your mouth, not in your hands." But that's also what M&M says. So I don't know.
Well, I don't have those minstrels, so I can't. That's why I didn't
That was
say it.
M&M's logo.
Bourbon biscuits. Y'all have bourbon biscuits.
Bourbon, yeah.
What?
Do you have
I'm looking
Yeah.
at snacks here.
from UK that doesn't belong to the
Yeah.
US?
Yeah. Pot
telling you.
noodle?
Pot noodle. Yeah, so it's like one of those small container. You know, like how you had the small
Oh,
containers.
I think it's like instant ramen, right? Essentially,
Yeah, it's
isn't that
like
what
it
pot
looks like
noodles are for
instant
you?
ramen. It legit looks like instant ramen.
Well, you
Yeah,
gotta
but you-
remember they like to call things weird things too. That's also like the case, and that's what throws me off when it comes to like when you and I have conversations, Mal. Like
Yeah.
you'll say something, I'll look at you like you got 9 heads, and then you explain it more, and I'm like, oh shit, yeah, that's like what we got over here.
yeah, yeah.
It happens all the time.
It just happens, mate. Oh, I forgot to say, the Walker's crisps again. They had Sprouts flavored
Oh,
crisps, like the proper.
Dude, weird.
That was the
like
crispy.
Okay,
Brussels sprouts
so-
aren't bad, but like
Okay, flapjacks, oat bars held together by butter and sticky syrup.
Yeah.
That's something we don't have here.
that does sound pretty good though. I'm not gonna lie.
It does sound pretty damn good.
It does sound pretty good.
I
Oh,
like to hear the
damn.
list, so I could tell. Do you have
Oh,
biscuit?
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Some of this I'm familiar with, some of this I'm not. So at the top I've got beans on toast, which is a common snack from you
Yeah,
guys.
Beans on toast.
Yeah, beans on toast. It's just literally beans on toast. Chip buddy.
Yeah. So basically, imagine having a sandwich but just chips instead.
It's a fry sandwich.
Fried sandwich, yeah.
It's a
Pretty much.
French fry sandwich for
That's
us.
a lot of carbs. Holy hell.
But it's great on that day. Amazing. I just
Okay.
like to hear transfer.
Galaxy minstrels I mentioned, bourbon biscuits I mentioned, crumpets
Galaxy
are
Minstrels?
listed.
Crumpets, yeah.
They're
Gotcha.
they're little chocolate button candies.
Oh, okay.
Their slogan is like the M&Ms, and it sounds like they're similar to M&Ms, but they might have a different kind of chocolate on the inside.
No, it's
Right, you were describing it like it was the like the chocolate you get to melt in a fondue pot to make like chocolate covered strawberries. and
No,
then
it's not that.
weird.
Something else. Pork pies they have,
pork
but y'all have a
pies,
lot
yeah.
of different meat pies. So
Yeah,
Scotch
Nice.
eggs, which are familiar.
yeah.
Yeah, Walker's crisps are listed in here, like you were talking about, with a lot of variations. Flapjacks
Crumpets
I
are just
mentioned.
thick English muffins. That's all they are.
Fudge, which we have fudge here. Like it's
Oh,
an art.
really?
It's an art form to make fudge here.
Yes, it is. There's a place actually in Connecticut that I go to that has some pretty banging fudge.
Have you
Nice.
ever tried Jack Daniel's version of the
I'm
fudge?
sorry, my mind just went so bad for a second there.
How?
Well-
How? That wasn't even like a remotely. I said banging fudge. All right, like how is that even like remotely perverted? And she calls me the like I'm the non-innocent one. You see this, Mouth? This is what I deal
Yeah,
with on a daily.
I
mate.
don't. Okay, it was a split second thing. Mine
Yeah,
just
no,
went.
you
boop.
lose. Nope, you lose.
Yeah, a split
Vanilla, get her.
second thing. Senpai, whatever happens, mate, you are out of trouble, so you're not in trouble at all. So you're a good guy.
I did nothing wrong.
I know. Like banging
Y'all have
fudge.
fruit winders, which are like fruit
Fruit
roll-ups
roll-up?
for us.
Okay,
Mhm.
that's all right. That makes sense.
Sausage rollers.
Sausage
which it
rolls.
looks-
Sausage rolls.
Sausage rolls wrapped in they're like pigs in a blanket for us. We call them
Okay.
pigs in a blanket. Ice lollies.
You've never heard of an ice
Pretty
lolly?
awesome. I mean,
Have you-
I've heard of them. Well, we have things that are similar to them now. Like
Yeah.
they're like the Outshine brand makes something similar like that, where it's like a fruit freezer pop thing.
See,
but it's
vanilla.
made of
Thank you.
natural fruit. I'm sorry, Vanilla. No,
Thank you.
No.
Everybody's starting to defend me now. Apparently, I'm the tainted one here, but no, I didn't even say anything bad.
It was like my mind just kind of went whoop over here for like 5 seconds. I don't know
Yeah.
why or what caused it. It just went click, and then it was gone. It was done. That's why I laughed for like a second, and that was done. I'm good. It's fine. I'm
I'd
over
like
it.
to. I'd like to hear what others that you think that we've got that you haven't got.
Jaffa cakes. Y'all have Jaffa cakes, and we do not.
The hell's a
They
Jaffa
are freaking amazing. They're like it's like
Look
a
'em up.
chocolate top, but it's soft. It's like I couldn't say it's like a muffin type because it's tender as well. It's really nice. You need to watch the advert that they did. They did like an advert for the Java cakes. They had full moon, and then a teacher just did half, at half, and like half moon, total
seen it.
eclipse, total
So
eclipse.
what it is. It's like those little when you do the the dense pastries that we have over here. Sometimes they're like the thin pastries. They're not crepes, but they're like a pastry, but it's not like fluffy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, it's like that, but with chocolate on it and various flavors in it.
Okay.
Like the picture I'm looking at is a passion fruit flavor.
There's an orange one. That's the main
Ooh, I
one.
can't imagine passion fruit and chocolate would go well together.
I mean,
I haven't tried it, so I can't really say about that one.
they've got Marmite sandwiches on here too.
Oh, I
Which I
hate
know
Marmite.
of.
Vanilla. Yeah. Somebody explain to me what a jammy dodger is right now, because
So
I
it's-
can't tell if that's a sexual innuendo thing or that's like a legitimate food thing that he's talking about.
Right, Senpai, he's right. I'll tell you now. I'm saying this not in Vanilla's mind or anything like that. It's like a biscuit, but like a jam in the middle. So it's
Okay.
like a cream.
Oh, so it's like a
That's it.
Danish here, kind of. It's kind of like a
Da-
Danish, or a
Danish?
filled cupcake or something.
It's like biscuits, but it's like cream,
Yeah.
but it's like the jam in the middle. That's what
Yeah,
it is.
like it's well, your biscuits are our cookies.
Yeah.
So it's like a cookie with like jam in the center. I know what
Oh,
they are.
Like a Linzer tart, whatever the fuck
Yeah,
they're called.
yeah,
like
like
the
a- like a
Italian
tart.
cookies.
Yeah, like a tart. Yeah, that type of thing.
Yeah. What
Um,
else? What else?
Penguin biscuits.
Oh my god, yes. It's like chocolate biscuit,
Yeah.
but like with a little bit of a chocolate cream, like chocolate flavored in the
Okay.
middle. But when you
So
bite
like
it,
lady fingers for us.
not well, ladyfinger. It's ladyfingers like the little
They're
fingers.
small. They're small biscuits like
No,
that. Like that.
these are like I don't know how to put this. It's like that, but like it. Sorry, it's like that. I think, and then it's just like little as well.
Yeah.
Not like little fingers. I know about Jammy Doctors from Doctor.
Yeah, there you go. Who said that shows didn't teach you anything? What?
That's true. But yeah, but then what's good about the penguin ones? They give you a joke on the wrapper, so they tell you
Aw,
like a penguin
oh,
joke as well.
Okay.
It was just funny,
adorable.
but they're just like the basic ones, really.
Viennese whirls.
Okay, Viennese whirls.
Those look so good.
Let me move.
I want some like now because they look freaking amazing.
Viennese
They
whirls.
have like a
Yeah.
okay, you know that there's like a it's not a buttercream, but you know that thick dense cream that sometimes that we have in some of our like cookie snacks. That thick almost frosting, like thick frosting bit, right? They have that and they have like jelly. Looks like jelly
jam.
of some kind or jam. And like
yeah.
a butter biscuit on either side. A butter. Now you got me saying butter biscuit. Malk, what the hell? And a butter cookie
biscuit.
on either side.
Buttery biscuits. Just try to do the remix.
Butter biscuit means something completely different. Okay.
Yeah.
No, but it's like a butter cookie. You know, like almost like the Danish cookies looking things, and it's got that thick cream that some of our like cookie stacks have.
When Trans comes over to the
Real
UK,
sweet.
you know she's going to take a lot of the packaging of
I'm
the
so
food.
doing it.
I'll just send her with some extra cash and tell her to send me stuff when she gets back
I will
home.
totally do it. McVitie's biscuits.
What was that?
Ginger
sorry?
nuts. Ginger
What was-
nuts. McVitie's ginger nuts.
So, so it's basically
Ginger biscuits.
ginger
Ginger cookies.
Yeah, they're just like a round circle, just like a biscuit. That's what it is.
Please do, Sky God. I would love that. Sky God's in the UK, by the way. He could.
I used
totally
to get a
send
bunch
it.
of stuff from Japan because my brother-in-law was stationed in Okinawa, so I just had him send me stuff from Japan. So that's how I got to try a bunch of that
I
stuff.
love Japanese treats. They're so good.
Yes, they're so good. And now we got like FYE and everything, and like box lunch right here, so I can get a hold of all that stuff with ease.
Pocky. Oh my God, Pocky is the
Toasted
best.
almond and matcha Pocky are fire. I don't care what anybody says. Strawberry's not bad either. I'll be honest.
I don't mind this. I don't like the strawberries much because the cream. I don't like the cream as much. But the chocolate ones are my favorite. The original chocolate ones are my favorite. But I do like the almond ones. They're really good.
Yeah, the almond ones are great.
Pocky's so good. Pocky's amazing. Haichu is amazing. Love Haichu.
Yeah, fiance loves
The ads for Haichu are the old ads for Haichu are hilarious.
Speaking of that, I meant to ask both of you. Do you guys remember any of like those outrageous commercials from like the 90s or the early 2000s that you don't see anywhere that were like canceled?
I used to watch all those. Like I used to
But-
watch canceled commercial
Yeah.
compilations. I love those things.
What was it
Yeah.
like the Skittles ones were pretty wild with like the honeymoon and everything. Like that one was.
They
Cocoa
had
Pops?
Is that just like Cocoa Puffs?
If they're like Cocoa Puffs, then hell yeah, totally.
so
that's-
Cocoa Pops. It's like a cereal thing. So it's like
Yeah.
Just chocolate balls.
yeah, a little bit, yeah. But
It's
it's just
Cocoa Puffs then.
it's yeah.
Pocky, Ramune, Hello Panda.
Hello Panda's fire, yeah.
So good. It's
Have you
so
ever tried
good.
Kinder? Have you ever tried Kinder?
I have tried Kinder. Actually, I had
Yes.
Kinder Buenas the other day. I was like,
Oh yes, something we
Kinder
agree on.
Buena. Yes. It
It
was
is.
so good. It was like, oh
Oh,
my
we-
god, these are amazing. I love these things.
We also agreed on the fact that cotton candy soda means you're a sociopath if you like it. So
Yeah,
that's
that's Yeah. It's all bonding, man. It's all bonding.
Have you ever tried a Yorkie before?
No.
the dog. Or
Not,
like,
not
I mean, if I got hungry enough, maybe. I need a dog.
right. Can I
They don't
reiterate?
have a lot of meat on their bones. Come on.
Neither does
No,
chicken,
they-
but we still eat chicken. Like some of them are small.
It's true. 100%.
Can I reiterate? It's nothing to do with the dog. Before I say anything else, it's a chocolate bar. But Senpai, I can't believe you said that. Yeah, it's a Yorkie. It put. This is what offended some of the girls, and then you probably get offended, trans, for this. There was a slogan saying, "Not suitable, not made for girls." So then they were like big fat chocolate blocks. You need to type Yorkie, and it's like
I'll
a
look up
blue
your
wrapper.
taste.
It's like a blue wrapper, and it's like they had like different flavors. I love the original. Bloody hell.
Oh, I see it. Yeah. Okay.
So then the slogan says not suitable for girls.
It's not suitable for girls. It's not made like a Toblerone. But they're like blocks of chocolate like a Toblerone.
Okay.
And they
Toblerone's
have like
fire, I
different
don't care what anybody
flavors.
says.
Raisin. There's one called Raisin and Biscuit Yorkie. So I
Yeah.
guess it's got like cookie and raisins in it. So
No, it's just raisin and biscuit. That's it. Not
Okay.
chocolate. Well, it is chocolate, but you know what I mean. And stuff.
Y'all
so-
have scones as well, which you think our biscuits are scones.
Yeah.
Custard. Crawford's custard creams.
Custard
Nice.
creams. Yes.
Come
I
on, say
love
it, Malk. I know it's coming out. I was waiting for the I love cream thing to come out. I felt it. I felt it in my core that it was just there, and you had to stop yourself right at the end.
He's watching his tongue because of vanilla taking that the wrong way.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I wasn't gonna
yes.
say
And
anything. I
I
was just
got
gonna look up
to.
at him and just.
I
There he is. See.
I love
Yes,
custard
thank you.
creams. There we go. Now, I don't know what to say now because
I was just gonna wait for it. Just kind of.
So it says like
Right.
you can dip it in like a hot beverage long enough for the essence of the tea is soaked in the
Tea.
sack, but not too long that it crumbles. So like, what do they taste like?
it's like
Bread.
see. I'm trying not to twist the words.
Like,
It's cream.
it says classic cookie sugar and flour formula.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like
Okay.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess with
Like
I guess
normal
with custard.
cream, or like a sweet cream type thing, where like it's got a lot of sugar in it or something like that.
I guess.
I think it's just I can't. Well, it just tastes normal for me, so it could be more sugar. No, my love.
Twiglets, milk, twiglets.
You never heard of a twiglet?
No.
Oh.
Twiglet. Like chocolates. They're like chocolate strips.
Okay.
It's like a chocolate
It says
Twizzler.
something about it says in fact whole wheat bake stick with a Marmite yeast base coating.
Oh, Marmite.
Yeah, yeah. Marmite is damn right disgrace that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've been told that by people I know from the UK.
Hobnobs.
Hobnobs. Yeah,
Yeah.
not what you got. See, I knew Senpai would say something.
Knew it was coming. We knew it was coming.
There's loads.
Hobnobs. Okay, it says when you look at them from the outside, they're typically looking cookies with sugar, flour, butter, and oats as their main ingredients, just a bit more crunchiness. That sounds actually pretty good. And some of them have like the chocolate on the bottom. It looks pretty good actually.
Right. There's one called Rich Tea Biscuits.
Uh-huh.
So they're like plain circle biscuits. As soon as right, Senpai, don't take this the wrong way. Vanilla, I'm listening. Well, I'm watching you. It's nothing to take the wrong way. Once you dip, and you leave it too long, it breaks. It breaks. Bloody hell, Vanilla.
We knew it was coming. We knew
job.
it was coming.
Shouldn't have admitted to liking that cream milk. You kind of did that one to yourself, homie.
It's got a point.
Okay. I love
that one to
custard
yourself.
creams. I love custard creams. I'm saying it in a nice possible way. And this smiling away. Nothing's been. I love.
Oh God, Sky God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank God
The
this is
next one
an
I'm looking
18
at
plus.
is the last one I'm looking at is well, not the next one I'm looking at is I don't know how to say it 'cause I'm gonna jack it up.
Go on.
it's-
Whoa.
No,
That's
you
not
know what
too
I mean.
much.
I'm gonna jack the word up.
Lancashire.
Lancashire. Okay, I said Lancashire, but yes, Eccles cakes.
Eccles cakes. You've never heard of an Eccles cake?
No, I've never heard of Eccles cake.
Just search for it and explain.
It says served warm with jam or butter, soft, round, and tasty.
Yeah.
So, that's what it says. Okay, Guinness chips. Okay, fair. That sounds pretty awesome. Okay, fair. Jelly babies.
Oh yes, jelly babies.
Is it like a jelly bean?
No, it's not like a jelly bean. It's kind of like a gummy bear coated with powdered sugar.
Yeah.
So a Sour Patch Kid?
Kinda. I guess yeah, kinda. Maybe that's where the inspiration came from with sour sugar. Tunnock's tea cakes.
So I think it's the wrap like a
Oh, those look real good.
like half circled chocolates. I think it is with cream inside.
This is what they are, Daddy Senpai. They are the round cookies with marshmallow cream coated in crispy milk chocolate. Like they have a cookie on the bottom, cream, and then chocolate on the top.
This is Mellow Mars, right? Because isn't that all they are?
Mellow Mars, yeah, they're like Mellow Mars. We know what those are. Vanilla.
Yeah.
Loving it, you guys. I love it. I love you guys so much.
That's
what it listed. So
here are. I'll say it just for Vanilla's sake and for Senpai's sake. I love cream on the custard cream. There we go.
Sky God. Oh my God, they're just taking this and running with it, man. These two.
It was easy. This is where you need the easy button, right? That was easy.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of different UK snacks.
So basically, you've got a lot to think about.
Shit, yeah.
The problem is,
it looks like the jelly babies are like softer than a gummy bear. Like they look like a soft gummy.
Yeah.
Wow, Sky God. Wow.
That's how you choke, I guess. So you know.
Oh.
I guess so. See, and this exactly tells you why you and I are friends, because I just took it and ran with it. It's great. I love it.
Oh God. But yeah, I have to send you the stuff as well. What?
Vanilla isn't milk a UK snack?
Well,
you're a snack now, Milk.
Apparently so, in Vanilla's case as well, in Speech Marks as well. But yeah, indeed he. Oh, thanks, thanks, Sky. Thank you so much. To be fair, but yeah, I mean,
man.
I am. I'm saying thank you. I'm glad you knew that I'm going to be bitten off half or everywhere. That I'm a snack.
Okay, thank God, because that bitten was not what I heard. Yeah,
that sounds scary for a second there.
That was not good.
What? What?
No,
With
we're
your
good, we're
accent,
good,
it
we're good.
didn't sound like you said bit, and that's all I'm gonna leave it at.
No, no, no.
Sky God.
It was bad, man. That's all I'm saying.
I did not. Right. I reiterate that. I did not say that at all. I said, right. You know what? I'm going to
Y'all so
call off this
crazy.
podcast now. I've got rinsed completely.
We love you, Malk. We love you.
Thanks. Thanks.
You just got complimented by 2 guys, so I mean, I'd feel honored.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go back
Yeah.
on your word. I'm not
Sky
saying it.
God.
I don't know. I'm not saying a one word.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
surprise Pikachu! Wow. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No. Anywho, let's carry on with the next question, shall we say? Have
We
you
haven't
guys
had any
got any-
questions yet. I don't think we've just been
No,
talking
we
about
haven't?
food.
No,
We're
we've just been
talking
on the one topic the whole time.
Don't worry about it, we'll share. What? Vanilla?
Over a cuppa.
Why do you do this to me? Why?
It's a talent.
It's a talent. It's a pure talent.
Sky God, I love it. I love it.
Is it
I
getting
love
harder
it.
as that mouth? I have got the fan on, to be fair, and that's not a word of a lie. It is freaking hot as well.
They're just rolling with this Malk. They're all about it.
I know.
I love it when the chat just has its own conversations with us.
Yeah.
Even if we can't really say it all the time, it's just hilarious.
See, Vanilla saying that just kind of makes me picture him as like Winnie the Pooh with like the big thing of honey, except it's not honey, it's custard, and then that's just him over there.
Yeah, that is true. As in, like, my mind.
Vanilla. This coming from the person who twists all of our words.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love it. Don't get me
Listen,
wrong,
last
buddy.
week I was having
I
a fun
love
time
it.
with it.
Yeah.
I bet you was,
there you
mate. I
go.
bet you was with that. Yeah.
You can't reprimand me when I'm sitting there in the chat.
Yeah. Yeah. What was I going to say? I'll tell you what. I know you guys. I'm going to ask a question to you two, actually. But, bloody hell, Scott.
Okay.
Fudge.
Yeah. That was bad.
That was one split second that my mind went off in the deep end.
So what
And
did
then
you
it
actually meant?
promptly came back up. I'm not going to talk about it.
Well,
It's all right. I'll grill her for it later. That's fine.
I will tell you later. I will tell you in DMs. Okay.
Fair enough.
Not gonna say it on stream. Not doing it.
Okay, that's fair enough. Question to you two: if you two weren't in GTRP and you did a game together, like a computer game together, which game would it be, and why? Have you ever decided?
Well, we already played Phasmophobia together.
No. I mean,
So that's
anything that you guys have not mentioned, like Phasmophobia or
shit.
like GTRP. Is there games that you two would have liked to try as co-op, like co-op playing games?
I think honestly, Daddy Senpai and I would get along in just about any game that we played.
Yeah, probably.
Just because we're just cool like that, you know, just in general. Like when we first met, even in City, like even as characters, like we just hit it off right away. It was awesome. And we started talking out of City just to chat, you know, as friends. And we just really our friendship just kicked up a notch. It was great. Sky God.
I read it and then I waited to see Malk's like reaction to the whole thing. And I could see his like the smile dropped for about half a second as he read it. Oh, that was good.
Wow. Don't mind Sky God. He really is just a troll. It's okay. It's cool.
Fair enough.
He's the best kind of troll though. With consent. Of course with consent. Of course.
From her personality, survival games I think would be hilarious, especially something like Ark or Conan, where like it can go from 0 to 100 real quick, and you usually need friends there when it does do that. Because again, I'll just sit back and let it unfold and take videos of it. It would be hilarious for both of us in the long run.
Slumber party. It could be, I guess, if y'all all agree on it. I mean, I mean,
I-
I've played Ark. So when you mentioned it before, like when we talked before, I've played it before. I have it on my list of games. But yeah, I'm interesting when it comes to playing some survival games. Because I mean, when you kind of saw it, I don't know. I don't think you've actually really seen it. Because like when I get like into a game or I go off. Malk's seen it.
loads of
He's seen it in
times.
GTA races. Like I go off. Like I will start cussing like a sailor and
Yeah,
not
she will.
caring for what I say.
Yeah, she will. Senpai, I need to show you the clip that she could not stop laughing in one of the GTA races that she did. She was const-
Sorry, I thought you were done with your sentence. Finish your sentence.
Oh, okay, sorry. I'll be quick on that. So basically, there was a scene on GTA Racing, and it was like it was like that weird cry, laughter, and then all of us could not stop laughing. Trance's boyfriend was there. There was Shannon. There was like some others as well, and it was it was just so funny, and it was like, and I've never heard Trance was like. And I kept saying, "Calm down, just take it easy, take it slow." And she says, "Oh, I am taking it slow. I'm taking it slow on this." I was like,
You in last place?
I
was
probably was. Most
I-
likely. It's
I
a good
was-
possibility.
Yeah, I was second. I think it was. There was like 5 or
Yeah.
6 of us.
And
But
there's a term that we deemed during GTA races called being tranced.
oh yeah. Now, Senpai, you're probably thinking, "What the hell is being tranced?" I will say this.
Can I guess?
Yeah, go on then. Go on then.
Okay, I've got 2 big ones. I'm assuming
Okay.
2 big ones.
vanilla. Yeah, no, I realized that as it left my mouth, and I'm not even going to hit you with phrasing. We're just going to leave it there and let him run with it. I want to assume it's something that leads into a DNF for my first thing. You know, that old did not finish. And I want it to be somebody who sprunks themselves or pretty much puts themselves in a position to knock themselves out of a race while making some abhorrent noise.
No,
No.
it's neither of those things.
So basically,
Sky God took it. Go in for it. All right, so being tranced, okay. And this stemmed from like a few games where like I was just trying to catch up and trying to like
you were
get
trying to catch
like
up.
I was just trying to catch up and trying to place in the race instead of DNFing because I've DNF'd in so many of my races in the past. So just trying to place. So I would like and I'm pretty sure you've seen it, Day Senpai. Like when I drive, there's no such thing as a brake. I've gotten better at it recently, but normally there's no brakes. So when I'm racing, it's even worse. Like my finger is like permanently on the W button. Seriously, no kidding. And so I don't always pay attention to how the race is going or when it's coming to an end or where the checkpoints are. So being tranced is when people, because we'd always wait for each other in the race because we want everybody to place together, So somebody gets there first, but so okay, I'll wait for you, especially if there's only like 3 of us, so that 2 people don't finish and the third person does DNF, so we all get credit for it. And so that one person will wait, second person will come up or whatever. Being trance is when you're waiting for someone or when multiple people are waiting for someone, and trance goes and hits the finish line first.
She
did he's not paying attention to where the checkpoints ended.
She did that for about 5 races. I'm not sure they were in a row. She definitely did it 2 or 3 times. And everyone else did the exact same thing when I was waiting. And everyone else saying, I'm getting tranced here as well.
And it became a thing. So from now on, every time somebody gets passed by somebody who is like in 3rd place and doesn't pay attention to the fact that the race is ending while people are waiting for them and shoots past and gets 1st place before everybody else, it's called getting tranced.
Okay.
It's a thing. It's an actual
Senpai's
thing.
thinking, what the hell's going on with this?
Oh, wow. Sky got a vanilla over there. Oh, my God. Conversations. Man.
I think it's getting hot in the conversations itself.
I think it is. I think it's getting a little heated.
That's fine. He needed somebody.
Jesus Christ. Sam, oh, check it out. I've,
So I
I've,
meant to bring it up too. It was what I almost interrupted you with before, Malk. It was I was looking through the clips that I found on Metal, and I think I found all those PUBG ones I was telling you about, where I was definitely way too wasted to be playing the game while I was streaming, and I just kept blowing my team up with grenades. And I found my favorite one, and it's where I pulled the pin on the grenade and I started counting like verbally to like throw it. You can hear me counting, and I just kind of forgot that I was holding a grenade and just kept counting until it blew up in my hands and killed everybody. And I think that is my favorite clip of like all time.
I can say that
oh no,
I've done
No.
that before too.
you haven't.
Throwing a grenade in Warzone and trying to get it in a place where I'm trying to get the grenade to go off, and like it ricochets off the wall or it
do
doesn't
it all
go
the time.
far enough, and poof, and I exploded my team so many times I can't even count. What the hell happened?
I can't think.
What
of
did
the
you
other-
do, Trance? I did it in Fortnite too.
It's like that. I've got so many clips too, where like I'll go to like pick somebody up in a car and not stop fast enough, and I run them over, and then they're just down and dead, and it's just like, oh, my
Oh
bad.
well.
The-
Oh well. Sorry.
I've
Sorry for
played.
your life.
I played Overcooked 2
That's
with a
Yeah,
few
fun. I
people.
love Overcooked.
Overcooked.
You play Overcooked? You should totally join us. It'd be fun. We have some
I have it
fun
on
playing
my
Overcooked. It's
through
been
the
a
Game
while.
Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
I have it on my PlayStation.
So we played Overcooked, and I don't think he was there, Trans, but it was me, Shani, and I think it was Jess, aka Purplebot 101. And there was like, do you remember there was a
Jess
level
Ramsey?
where,
Jess Ramsey?
yeah, Jess Ramsey. We'll talk about that next time. Why we called her Jess Ramsey. So basically, in the middle of the platform, it was like a moving platform, whereas two other platforms that just stay still. It was just the middle, and I couldn't stop laughing because we was taking a bit, and I was trying to chuck the meat. And I don't want meat. I don't want food. I just meat. That's what Jess Ramsey was saying. And then all of a sudden, Chani was just pissing herself laughing, and she was like, the rice, and it was burning.
Oh, I heard about that. And they never let you live that down. You
No?
always burn the rice every time. I remember
Yeah.
that now. I remember that because I heard about that later on. Yeah, Malk was the one to always burn the rice, according to them, because of
I
this
didn't
one
burn the
incident.
rice. It was Shani who burnt the rice. And then she got stuck at the corner of the platform when she was trying to like pass it to me, the food. And she just tried to run away. And I just chucked chicken at her and she got it moved off.
I took a chicken.
You need to, I'll tell you what, I'll send it to you too after
Yeah, I'll
the
see it.
the Overcooked saga as well.
We had
This
some
was-
fun times on Overcooked.
I
Really,
miss
it's been
I
a
miss
while
those
since we played.
times.
It's been a
Do you guys
while.
play Gang Beast at all with anyone? Because Gang Beast is a lot of fun with people.
No, haven't.
I
Oh, that's
always
fun.
wanted to play against other people with Gang Beasts, but I never do. And I've seen people try to hold on
Yeah.
for dear life,
I love it. It's so much fun.
but you probably
Man.
kill me on that one. to be fair. So
Dan, Vanilla, and Sky having their own little conversation over there. All right,
I think it's
all
double.
right, y'all
Looks
do
like a
y'all
budding romance.
have fun. All the love to y'all. Good luck.
Question for Trans.
No.
Tier
No.
RP or Final
No.
Fantasy 14? I will spam
No.
you with this till the end of time.
No, Kel, you're only asking that because you've seen the previous episodes. No.
But have you played RP more than Final Fantasy 14?
Yes, I have still. I
So-
still haven't played 14 yet.
I
It's
thought,
alright, I'll
I
go
thought-
play 14.
Well, you said you'd play with me, but you said you didn't really like it. So I said, don't put yourself through that and play again.
Yeah, but listen, if I'm just staring at the bunny girl, I'm okay.
That is 100% fair. I mean, I get it, dude. I get it.
Just sit
So
there and be a white mage, we'll be fine.
I mean, I've got a pretty sexy dragon girl too. So I mean, there you
Get
go.
him with the Restora, keep it going.
Yeah, 100%.
wow. Wow. I did not know what to say with that, but yeah. Damn. Sky says, I feel like you have to play RP more or else you fall behind in the meta and what's going
Yes.
on sometimes.
I'm gonna be honest.
100% Sky God.
I
sorry,
never
sorry.
know what's going on in the meta anyway. I just do whatever I want and it works out. Every time. Well, except for when it didn't, I lost a hand. But other than that,
Yeah.
it worked out every time.
or that
Ooh, male
seatbelt,
bunnies. They have male bunnies now.
All right, we're doing it.
All
Bunny
right.
for life.
or what about
We'll
the
make bunny characters.
or the seat or the
I'll be the
seatbelt
female bunny. You can be the male bunny. There you go.
or
Works
or
out.
the seatbelt incident from
Or the
yours.
seatbelt incident. Yeah, that was an
Yeah.
incident.
Yeah,
So that's a
that,
common occurrence.
That
for
wasn't
me.
us though. That wasn't us.
oh, wasn't it? Sorry, I thought it was
Seatbelts just
That
don't
wasn't-
work in the city.
No, they work. They just don't work after a certain point of speed. They stop working.
I think it's the angle. I tried that. Remember, I went like 150
yeah,
and
that's
purposely
right.
crashed into something and I didn't launch out. But I think if you
Yep.
hit something at like an angle, the seatbelts don't count and they just shoot you
There
out.
was some scientific test. There was some testing for academic purposes.
Turned myself into a crash test dummy.
lol. Mad, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of any more questions. Guys, this is the lowest questions we've got.
Yeah.
this
that's
season?
crazy.
Well, we managed to talk about
Vanilla's
English food for
distracted.
like an hour.
Yeah,
That was
that's true.
amazing. That was so good. Vanilla's had a conversation with Sky. So hey, all love to you guys. That was great. I love it. Yep. See, 175. Yep.
Yeah, but
Hey.
vanilla.
I mean, when you're right, you're right. I'm not going to argue facts.
Oh no! No.
You Sky Gods over here agreeing.
Oh my god, this is not.
I'm surprised
hitting-
nobody's hit you with the question that they were trying to hit the previous relationship with.
What was that?
I'm not gonna get into it.
Yeah, what was it, Chance?
I'm curious. If you don't tell me now, you're going to tell me later. Would you rather just?
I will tell you later. Don't
Yeah, okay.
don't worry. I will tell you later, but I'm not telling you now.
I'll consider answering it later. We'll see how that goes.
Okay. I'm surprised they didn't. I'm surprised our viewers didn't ask you that because they were asking constantly when he was in the chat.
Me?
Nope, Sky God, not saying it. TOS.
So, um,
What are those again?
Yeah, good point. I mean, right now I'm surprised we haven't gotten hit by so many different hits. I mean,
Nah,
it's crazy.
Innuendos to get you hit. You got to be slick with it.
That's true, 100%.
like the smooth operator type stuff.
That's not me.
100%.
Couldn't be.
No. You should be.
Bullshit. You know exactly what he's talking about.
It's not me. Innocent
Uh-huh.
until proven guilty. I was apparently caught in 4K and I've never seen the proof. So
Caught
I
in
know the
4K. There'll be
Yeah.
8K next as well.
Yeah,
I need to
Okay.
see the proof still. Somebody keeps telling me they're gonna hit me with the proof, and then they never hit me with the proof.
I saw the proof. I saw the picture. And no, Sky God, I'm not going to say it here. I'll tell you later in chat, in DMs, okay?
I think we are not exclusively mentioning about the GTRP side of things again with that scenario.
Camboy career win.
Whenever dad bods officially make the comeback, and I can make bread. Not I'll have the Pokemon frame over here, you know.
Jesus Christ! This is why you're fucking legendary, Senpai. Fucking legendary.
Absolutely love you. You're great.
I'm
That's right.
gonna. Okay. What if you had to choose? I know I'll probably said this to you, Trans, but for you, Senpai, if you had to choose a classic, well, top 5 classic games that you played in the past, except
have
for the ones
asked
that
me
you. Did I ask him this?
You asked me this. I don't think you asked him this.
Yeah, I was just going to ask Senpai because I said I asked you before and you killed me off on that, to be fair. But yeah, what was your top 5 classic games that you've played throughout your life?
A lot of them are probably okay. Mario 64 is up there.
Ledge. Super
Star
Ledge.
Fox 64, which is
Super,
definitely up
Super
there
Ledge.
as well.
Super Ledge.
Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, which was the best of the Sonic Adventure games.
Okay.
Big Eggman fan, you know, love the fat boy, dig the mustache.
It makes so much sense.
Listen, I'm getting his emblem tattooed on me. That's the plan for that.
There you
My
go.
whole sleeve's gonna be villain emblems.
I love it.
When I was younger, there was a game on the original Xbox called Blinks the Time Sweeper, which is basically a cat that had like a vacuum gun that lets you like rewind time and like reposition things to like stop yourself from getting clapped. So
Cool.
that was a lot of fun.
Oh,
And then
wow.
I really, loved Mario Party way back in the day too. So it's like a lot of Nintendo
Mario
games as
Party's
far as
cool.
like older games go. But if you wanted me to go even further back, I mean, TMNT, the arcade game, you know, was a lot of fun. I was a big fan of Gauntlet on the old arcade machines. A big fan of Castlevania and any real Metroidvania game. I was a huge fan of. So Contra was fun too.
Nice.
I remember playing the TMNT, which is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
They're getting a
And
new one.
there's- Are they?
Another side scroller beat 'em up. Yeah, the Teenage Mutant Ninja
Nice.
Turtles have a new one coming out. They confirmed the Turtles, April O'Neil, and Splinter as playable characters currently. They said
I
there's
think
going to
you
be at least
mentioned
four
that
more.
in the past. I think you mentioned it before.
I think
but
I
haven't
mentioned it
taken out caught
in City yesterday. I think I brought it up.
Yeah.
When we were doing the Walter White shenanigans. You make small talk while you're making meth. It's just how you do.
Totally. That's what you do. That's what you do. And it's a Friday night.
Okay, next
What's
question
Friday
to you, Senpai. How drunk are you? And will you
I'm
do the
good.
sing mode?
He still wants to hear you sing.
Listen,
I
I'll
got
pull
to
you
hear him
aside.
sing.
Listen, I'll pull you aside, and then I'll do it later because I'm definitely not there yet, and I won't be because I ate right before we started this, and no amount of me drinking now is gonna fuck me up.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'll let you off just as well.
May or may not have crushed on all the turtles. Fair enough, Vanilla, 100%.
Here's the real question:
that's
one
fair.
at a time or all at once? Because
I mean,
I get
either
like,
way,
him,
I can see
I get
either
him
way.
and like Raph are like the big vibe I get out of that. If he had to be with one of the turtles, I could see it.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see it. I can totally see it. I feel like Michelangelo's a little bit,
Too goofy.
too goofy.
Yeah, but he has all the pizza, man.
he
That's
does
class.
have all the pizza. All at
So-
once. There you go. All at once.
Yeah, but Michelangelo was always on the pizza every time. Well, I know everyone else was, but he was more addicted to it. To be fair, was Leonardo like the leader? Was
Yes.
Leonardo the leader?
Donatello was the
Don't-
tech one. Raphael was the one with the size who had anger management issues.
Yeah. No way.
All
Don't-
right.
That was class. To be
That was
fair.
awesome. That's great.
Man,
this is a good episode. It was fun.
It's not just a good episode, Trans. You should know this. It's a super freaking episode. It's a
freaking awesome.
freaking
Super
awesome.
freaking awesome.
Super freaking awesome. You know this.
Hey, Day Senpai.
Yes.
Everything is awesome.
Oh, everything is cool when you're part of a team.
There we go.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Bloody hell.
Vanilla.
There you go. There's the title for you.
Yes.
It's a very
All
creamy
about
special.
it.
I don't know what to say.
I'm
Vanilla.
all about it.
What are you doing to our podcast? Trying to.
Oh, I'm all about it. I don't know about you. I'm all about it.
You want to call it the creamy episode?
I think it's great. I think it's freaking
You,
episode.
you want you want to call it the creamy episode?
It gets
On-
the attention taken off of the fudge comment she made, and that's all she cares about right now because she thinks I'm gonna forget and then not bring it up later.
I don't expect you to never forget. I know you're gonna bring it up later. It's okay.
Fudge.
I'll tell you. Excuse me. I'll tell you where my mind went, but I'm not telling you on stream. I'm sorry.
I think people need to know as well. Yeah.
People do not need to know that badly. Okay.
Uh,
Cream soda is amazing.
Yes,
by
it
the
is.
way. 100%.
Sarsaparilla is phenomenal.
So good.
so, guys, I think that's it. Do you reckon
I
that's
think
it?
that's all, y'all. That's a pretty good one. 3.5 hours later. I mean, we here.
Senpai
I'll be
wants
here all
to
day.
try. He wants to try and drink his way to like, yeah. What are we in this podcast?
Oh,
now?
he'll be drinking while we're in city. He'll be all about it. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
He'll be
see how
like-
it goes. We're gonna see how the night goes.
Oh,
You're gonna record. And you're like, look what you've done to me, and that's called
That's when
Red Hand.
I get drunk enough in my head, and then when the VU opens, I'm just on the stage singing country songs.
There you go.
What country songs? What country songs though? What's
I
the
don't know
country
yet.
song?
We'll figure it out.
Oh, so it's the Senpai version of country song. that we need to hear on the Spotify.
Hey, I've
Yeah.
heard the country twang. Okay.
It comes out. See, she even admitted it comes out
I've
and it comes
heard
out
it.
hard. I
It
don't know why it
does.
does.
It's
but it does.
I'm like, my God, how you're right. When it happened, I was like, wow, okay.
I'll get like the Brooklyn accent. I got like the Long Islander accent. You'll hear me say like, sorry instead of sorry because I live so close to Canada. But then the country accent comes out when I get like flustered or drunk, and then that comes out.
Country song equals everything is awesome. I mean,
Let's-
country version of everything is awesome could be cool.
I don't know the
Mm.
rap they do like in the actual version for everything is awesome is a little probably
Yeah.
much for country.
See, every time I hear the word "everything is awesome," I'm thinking of the Lego movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's a
the-
Lonely
that's what
Island
we're
song.
talking about.
Yeah,
It's a
that's
Lonely
a
Island
Lonely Island
song.
song, and they took snippets of it for the Lego movie.
Oh,
but,
really?
yeah, I can.
Yeah.
One of us can
Yeah.
send you the video for it. But yeah, it's a
I
Lonely
hear
Island song.
it.
It's got like raps inside of it and everything too. Like it's a pretty good song, all things considered. But
At the facility that I work at, since we do a lot with kids and stuff, we play some of the kids movies soundtracks, and now I hear that song every day. Vanilla.
this is where she admits it, and somebody sniff it right now.
Oh,
I'm going to behave.
are you
already
sure?
That's
I've
what I
already
thought.
made a comment that I thought
You
was
could
the most.
see the red slowly starting to appear too,
Yeah.
especially when the fudge thing happened. Like you could see it start to appear.
It's-
That's when I noticed it at first.
Yeah, look at Trance now, guys. Look at Trance now. She's getting blushed now. She's getting red flustered now. That's it. So it's just getting caught red-handed as well. So I believe that's everything for this week's episode. It was an absolute classic.
Yeah.
Again,
was
the
amazing.
senpai.
Sky God.
I'm telling you, it's the creamy episode.
Oh, poor
the
Sky
cre-
God.
Oh. The cream episode. I'm not saying one word about this. It's just ridiculous. I don't know what to say, to be fair. But can I just say a massive thank you to the Danny Senpai for rejoining again after a few
you, bud.
weeks
Of course.
as well. And I think he wants to try and get that third host spot
Listen,
to join
then
He
us.
would
it's
be
a
our
re-return.
first. He'd be our first re-return guest if it happened this season.
Yeah.
Our first
Re-return.
one.
Yeah, it's a
Re-return.
re-return.
Man.
Sky God. Demanding we get in city. Like now. Vanilla. I like
Hey,
it. I
yo.
like it. I like it.
All I'm going to say, I'm not repeating it what he said, but fair freaking play for that, to be fair.
That was a good one.
But yeah, like I said, thank you to the Daddy Senpai for joining us again.
Context, Sky God. At least we know the context of that statement.
We will not repeat that. We will not repeat what he's just said.
At least we know
in
the context. It's okay.
Yeah. Like I said, thank you so much, the Danny Senpai, for joining us tonight as well. So, whatever happens again, I said this last time, but try again. Whatever happens this season or whenever you start, we hope for the very best that you get to
Of course.
the top as well.
Appreciate
And you're an absolute amazing guy, and I do honestly from the bottom of my heart as well. Don't ever change your. Don't, bloody hell, Scott. What Trance is laughing about, for anyone that's listening to the audio, is something.
It gets worse the more you look at it, Mal. Just look away.
Yeah, it's just triple
Listen,
X
it comes with the
rated.
name I expected at this point.
Yeah. Anywho, like I said, thank you so much, the Danny Senpai, for joining us
Of course.
tonight. Absolute
Wow.
legendary you are. I wish you all the very best of luck wherever happens this season. And
I love it. They're just running with this. This is so
Yeah.
great. It's amazing. I love it.
mad.
It's the most
Griffin.
awesome, guys. I love you guys. All the love to y'all.
Can I just say thank you to the legendary, the the legendary hostess with the mustache, the Fudge Girl, which is Trans Gamer Girl.
No!
Yeah, that's her nickname from here on out.
Yeah.
Don't you call me that!
Yeah,
Do
that's
not
you.
call me that!
That's you. That's it.
Don't
The
you
I'm
dare
hostess-
changing
call
her
me
nickname
that!
to that on everything on Discord now.
Oh.
We'll just call her Big Fudge.
We're trying to do an end scene.
Don't you dare start calling me that.
What,
Don't
Big
you
Fudge?
dare. No.
Gonna go to Discord real quick and change your name to Big Fudge.
Yeah.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. Don't do it. Don't do it. He's
The
fucking doing
hostess-
it. Oh God.
Vanilla.
Oh, Vanilla. No. Oh my God. No.
I think
God,
I've,
did you fucking do it? Did you fucking do it?
I might have.
You fucking did you? You fucking did it, didn't you?
I'm still working on it. Don't worry.
I need to look
Okay.
at the Discord now.
He's not doing it. Oh God, Sky God, no, no, you guys. Oh
Fudge Girl Gaming. Who do you change the podcast name to at that point? Fudge Girl and Friends?
my God. No. I can't breathe. I literally cannot breathe right now. I can't fucking breathe. Oh my God.
Right, let's try this again.
No.
Let's try this again for the ending credits. Thank you to the Daddy Senpai for the very last time. Thank you so much. Legendary as always. Thank you. Took care of all the subs. Ledge. Thank you to the Fudge Girl, which is Trans Gamer Girl.
No!
Or Fudge Gamer Girl.
Fudge
Call
Gamer
me
Girl?
that! Don't you dare call me that! Don't you call me that either! Y'all better not start this shit, I swear!
It's
I will
too
kill
late.
both of you!
It's
I will
already
kill
started.
both of you!
And
I will
I
kill
was,
both of you!
I was your
Oh my
host.
God.
I was your
Listen,
host.
Malk is the cream machine, so don't let him get away from it.
What?
There!
No!
There we go! Yeah!
It's Fudge Girl and the cream machine.
That sounded so wrong. No!
Oh, man.
Well.
Oh
Well.
my God! Ow! Ow! It hurts!
And I was your host with the most. Retro
I'm
Wolf
sorry for all
Live.
the coughing, you guys. Blame these two. Blame
Or-
these two.
Or they're probably thinking of a new nickname, which is Cream Machine Retro Wolf Live.
There you
So,
go!
There
There you
you
go.
go. But let's say goodbye to the Fudge Girl and goodbye to Senpai.
He had to mute! He had to mute!
I will say this is without doubt one of the bestest ever.
I can't breathe. Oh, man.
Vanilla.
God, Vanilla!
Right, I am going to say this on screen now. The Adventures of Fudge Girl and the Cream Machine with the Psychic Dagger. There we go.
Oh, no.
I'm just gonna hide from the internet now. Forever. For the rest
So,
of my life.
So, like I said,
It's not
thank you to-
happening. Nothing's happening.
Thank you to
I don't
the
exist.
Senpai. Thank you to Trans Gamer Girl. There you go, Trans Gamer Girl.
Thank you.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
hiding.
Never heard of her.
Who have you heard of before?
I've heard of Fudge Girl.
The Fudge Girl.
Oh my god! I'm literally crying, y'all. I'm literally crying right now.
Oh man.
So, Senpai is trying to relieve himself by not crying because of the Fudge Girl, trying to stop crying itself.
Mm-mm-mm.
What?
You could see it in her eyes. She was definitely crying.
Oh, don't wipe that tear. Oh, Vanilla. Jesus Christ.
Oh, we're not gonna live this down now, Milk. It's not gonna. It's
Yeah.
not going away. We've just got to live with our new names.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like I said, guys, thank you so much. You've all been amazing, and I'm sure you guys want to see more of the Bish Bash Bosh podcast. Or I'm gonna have to call something else, not the Bish Bash Bosh podcast anymore. I might have to call it the Cream Machine and the Fudge Girl.
Called Cream Fudge.
Cream Fudge podcast. Cream Fudge podcast. That's what's going to be. Forget the games. We'll talk about the fudge and the food as well. That's it. To be fair.
I'm done. I'm done.
Are you
I'm
sure?
done.
Are
I'm
you
so
sure?
done.
Are you sure?
I mean, trans.exe has stopped. I can't even think right now.
I think Senpai has definitely got his exe completely corrupt after that. Good luck, God. After that.
the
Bloody
exe file is
hell.
now corrupt.
Bloody hell, Vanilla. Jeez.
Just gets better, each iteration.
Yeah. Anywho, guys, thank you to the Daily Senpai, thank you to Trans Gamer Girl, and thank you to everyone. I was your host for the Most Retro Wolf Live as well. I hope you all had a fantastic weekend. I know we all have, in the nicest possible way as well. And she's trying not to laugh, the Fudge Girl, as well. So see you later, guys.
Stop it!
See you later, guys. Right, see you later, guys. See you next week. We will have the legendary Kirsty Kryptonite for next week.
Yes.
She's one of the newcomers as well, so she is definitely will be over there as well. So if you want to find out before you want to find out where we are, check out our Twitch channels, Retro Wolf Live and Trans Gamer Girl, not Fudge Gamer Girl, but Trans.
No, Trans Gamer Girl.
And then on Twitter, check out Retro Wolf Live again on Twitter, and also Trans Gamer, not Gamer Girl, Trans Gamer as well. So there we go, guys. I think all our EXCs are completely gone. To be fair, shot. To be fair. So cheers, for that, guys. I'll see you all next week. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.
Bye,
Have a good one.
guys.
Bye.